Welcome TikTok Live. This is Marcellus Wiley on the rocks with all of my pro friends and some of these NARPs over here. It's a positive word. Don't you dare react like that. And we're ready to go live, guys. You ready for this?
I'm ready, man.
Man, first of all, we got to explain what the hell we doing here. This is On the Rocks. And we are going to talk sports. We're going to talk life. We're going to talk entertainment the way that we live it, the way that we know it, the way that we see it. I'm tired of all this bickering. They ain't doing it right on TV. They ain't doing it right over there. Well, it's your turn. Now you're going to get the mic. Now you're going to get the opportunity to go out there and do it. But I'm Marcellus Wiley. Y'all know who I am, that dude. I am not about to read their bios. I love them. I'll wait till their eulogies to cry over them and talk through it. But right now, let's start on my right with my boy Ephraim Salam. Tell him who you are and what you do.
I'm Ephraim Salam, 13-year NFL vet. I used to beat up on Marcellus a lot. Played in the same division.
My last year, that's it.
What you talking about?
The rest ain't on film, is it?
It's all, the eye in the sky don't lie.
He ain't lying
I'm a
either.
film producer and currently a TV writer.
Okay, all right. How many years you play?
13 years, man.
13.
13.
God, dang, unlucky number. Right here, right here.
Hey, I'm James Washington. Everybody know me as J-Dub, two-time Super Bowl champion with the Dallas Cowboys.
What years?
Hey, when they were good. And I am currently the president of the Rose Bowl Institute, and I do own UCLA, NFL, NIL.
Oh, okay.
So I actually own that.
So you're the reason they sorry right now.
No, that's when they get about to get better.
Oh, okay.
I just took over 3 months. I just took that over 3 months ago. Just took it over 3 months ago.
Oh, okay,
Number
you're right.
4, yes.
All right,
Yes.
I got a sophomore high school son, so
Yeah, let's talk.
yeah, we'll talk later.
I got a third grader. Let's keep talking.
But my name's Donald Penn, 14-year NFL vet, born and raised out here in LA.
Yeah.
Grew up watching him, got me in the cars. I coach high school football now, do a little stuff on the side, but happy to be here.
What teams you play for, Big Dog?
Played 8 years in Tampa, 5 years with the Raiders, and 1 year with Washington Commanders.
All that. How many Pro Bowls we got in here? Raise your hand if you made the Pro Bowl.
Do alternates count?
Hey, I got 2 of them alternate years.
3 alternates.
Hey, alternates don't count, but I was alternate too.
You was alternate
Right,
too?
I got alternate.
You got, all right, so how many championships? All right, so Pro Bowl, how many championships?
I got 2.
NFC championships count?
No,
Wild card round?
playoffs don't count.
All right, good.
You win or lose.
Hey, man, we don't need all that from you,
Win
okay?
or lose.
He got all the stuff. He got all of it.
I got four big man touchdowns, so I got to throw that in.
That is true. That is true.
You know,
That's from
that's not that
right
often.
there.
I'm proud of that.
Actually,
I'm proud of that. I don't have
Look,
that
he
often.
like, well, damn.
I don't have that often.
Well, the reason I really asked that question is because I want to throw all those accolades, not to the side, but put them in their proper place.
Okay.
Right? So Pro Bowls, Super Bowl championships, we're not having that discussion to make sure that that's that player. Oh, he made that many Pro Bowls, he's that guy.
Okay.
We know it on a different level. And I think that the fans look at it differently as well as us. So we're trying to integrate that experience as we got all of our NARPs over there, our non-athlete regular people. All right, so y'all, say hi, everybody over there. Yeah, look at them. Look at them. Can't you tell?
He said, wait.
We changed it,
He said, I'm an
What'd you
athlete.
do?
Out of the whole group, I was trying to give all y'all athletic ability, and only one person said, I'm an athlete.
Yeah.
You got to help the situation over here.
Yeah, for real. So it used to be, I can't lie, it used to be non-athletic regular people, but I'm nice. It's PC culture right now. Let me be nicer than that.
All right.
But in all respect, man, people who played in high school, people who played in college, people who just know the game, it's like, look, I ain't even play it, but I know it. Don't get the same respect and due as they deserve. At the same time, there are players who play the game, don't necessarily express it the way we think it, and we see them all the time. So what I wanted to do is integrate those worlds. And On the Rocks is going to be the place where we bring all those things together. So we're not going to hide behind, I won a championship, I'm great. We're not going to hide behind, I made a Pro Bowl, you can't talk to me. Nah, we're going to talk through these conversations and make sure that everybody tries to get on the same page.
Okay.
So the first one is going to be this, we could talk NFL football, NFL playoffs coming up. Obviously what's happening with the MVP, what's happening at FS1, Fox Sports, Women in Sports, Media. Look at y'all faces, stop playing. I know a thing or two about this conversation.
Right.
But we're going to get into it with Saquon Barkley first. Because Saquon Barkley sat out an opportunity to set a NFL single-season rushing record, breaking not only my favorite player ever, my man Eric Dickerson's record, 2,105 yards, But he sat out, and then it sounded like he didn't want to sit out. So, Ephraim, I'm looking at you, because I know you got a response to that. When Saquon said, I'm going to tap out, what did you feel?
First of all, I was hurt because in this situation.
Already. He got another game. Right. OJ somewhere like, oh.
In this situation, you have a chance to do something that no one has done in 40 years. Yeah. Right? And I get it. Everything's locked up, injury, all of that. But when you're on the precipice of doing something like that, you can't pass that up.
Right.
The MVP for the NFL is no longer open to all positions.
It's just quarterback?
It's a quarterback award.
Okay.
This was the opportunity for that to shift back to someone other than a quarterback. Because if Saquon Barkley goes out there and breaks that record, how could you not give him MVP of the league and he breaks a record that's 40 years old? So for me, I felt like I was robbed, right? Like I don't think the MVP of the league should automatically go to quarterbacks.
I feel that.
Right? And so this was the one opportunity I can see, and I said it in the past, someone has to do something no one else has done, right? Whether it be the receiving record, single season record that Jerry Rice holds, that right?
Nobody touching it.
Or is it the single season rushing record that's 40 years old? So in my opinion, 101 yards, he could have got that in the first half.
He could have got that in the first quarter where the Giants played.
Like, you get what I'm saying? So that was an
part.
opportunity. For whatever reason, they deemed it wasn't worth it, and it's not going to happen again. We're not getting there again.
Oh, don't do that. First of all,
it's not getting there. No, I'm talking about for him. I'm talking about for Saquon Barkley.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
You think lightning's going to strike twice?
But I disagree. I'm disappointed. Records are made to be broken, okay? And Dickie Boy is my guy. Don't get me wrong. Drafted by the Los Angeles Rams. And would I love it? Yes. But the fact is, it's about team. And one thing you're going to get from me most of the time in this conversation as we talk, it's always about the team. And think about all the accolades that come in history.
Yeah.
I locked it right next to Jackie Slater my first 2 years.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? And he carries that to this day proudly because he was the dude that made the dude. So therefore, it's about team. And anything that you do when you break a record, you know, I played with Emmitt Smith. I watched him, you know, every year be the leading rusher. And I knew how Eric felt. They get to carry. See, it's not just about one person.
One person, Saquon. But if you Saquon in that moment, and the conversation sounded like him and Nick Sirianni get on the phone, Nick, hey, Saquon, how you feel about it? Well, you know, I'm thinking about our Super Bowl opportunities. I'm thinking about the team. Yeah. But, yo, I'm in a unique position. Can I go get this? My family really wants me to get it. I'm trying to say team first, but you know, you spell team with an M and E. Me.
Coach should
let me get in there. What are you supposed to do?
You know one thing I always try to look at stuff. I try to look at it from both ways. I try to look at it from me, and I hope you guys are in my same element. 16 games. Stuff getting done in 16 games and having that asterisk by it if he did break it. He had 16 games to break it. I love ED. I played in the 16-game era.
Yeah.
You know.
So you in heaven with OJ.
So I'm looking at it like. So I'm looking at it like. So I'm looking at it like that too. If he did break it, would he have an asterisk by it?
Well, does Eric have an asterisk by it because OJ took 14 games, and then Eric 16, and he gave credit to OJ, 14, 16, and then 17 for Saquon.
We cannot determine on when you plan and how you plan.
You're definitely right.
Let's get it out.
But that's why I say, look, I'm looking at it both ways.
Here again, if you a dude and you making plays and you have an opportunity to set a record for your team, for the history.
Well, you'll stop with that. Do you really believe that?
I really believe it. It's about that, bro.
But this is my thing. See, I'm looking at it.
I'm not thinking about the whole team because I can get traded tomorrow.
But guess what, though? But you get to have, but when it happens.
Yeah.
The moment that it happens.
Moment in time.
You know what? Emmitt walked away with my MVP, but guess what? I am so happy that it was about the team.
I love how you slid that in there.
No,
it sounds like you ain't happy.
That's what I'm just saying. But the fact is, I wouldn't be sitting on this couch. I wouldn't be recognized as James Washington, two-time Super Bowl champion.
Right.
If Emmett didn't handle his business if I didn't handle my business.
But see, that's
on
why I
that
was
day.
trying. But
So it's about team.
But see, that's what I was trying to say. I'm trying to look at it from both ways. See, that's me as a fan. Me as a player, me as an old lineman, I want to go down the history books with him.
Damn
Period.
right. That's
I
what
want to
we
be
gonna
the
get
be
into.
one of the linemen that
That's
did
what I'm
it,
talking
part of
about.
that old lineman. See, that's what I told you. I'm looking for both ways.
Yeah.
You see, but me being an offensive lineman, being a left tackle, I want to go down there and be in the history books with him.
Yeah.
I was the old line that broke the record, you know. So that's when you talk about it's a team thing. I look at it like that too because the whole team's gonna go down the history book. The head coach, he's gonna go down the history book.
Everybody.
Everybody. That's why I look
The
at it.
organization, the franchise, everything.
If I was a player, I would have wanted it too, like that. But my first opinion was as a fan, the asterisk. Me as a player, I'm not gonna give that to him because me as a player, I would want it too. And I know how hard it takes to go into it to get that. But me as a tackle, what I would want to, every time they show them highlights about who
You
gonna be
there,
in the highlights,
you in
baby,
there.
who gonna be in there jumping up there.
Every time they show a highlight, who they flat back on that one.
But you know how extra I was
what it
too.
is.
So you know I'm gonna be in them videos.
That's the only
That's how
highlights
you
we
get
get
it.
as offensive linemen.
So I
That's
got two linemen here who's saying, look, the only way I'm gonna get some shine is if you go get yours, then I can get mine.
That's
But
exactly
that's why
right.
we get signed the whole time is
but-
when our people.
Right. So that's a selfish motivation, even though it's laced in team.
No, but it's not selfish. Look
Nah,
at
it
it.
ain't
Look,
selfish.
I'll tell you why it's not selfish,
Okay.
right? If we're on the precipice of breaking that record, as a team, what are we doing? As an offensive line, as a unit, what are we doing? Right? We're doing something. If we're great, the team is great.
Right.
We're great, he's great, the team is great. Everything that we do collectively as an offensive lineman, that's how we're trained. You can get your individual sacks, the receiver can catch the ball, the DB can pick it off, but as an offensive line, we work together. All we know is team. If
That's
I'm
true.
on the line,
Unspoken language.
And we're not
That's
going
true.
into the season saying we're going to break the record. We start clicking that about week 12, week 14.
We like,
We're
we can
close.
get this.
Oh, we're close. We're going in trying to
We
win
can get
and be a
this.
1,000-yard rusher, you know. But then when we get closer, we're not being selfish because we're not saying that at the beginning of the
You
season.
like, you go
but
get
once
it
we
for
start
us.
getting closer and we're like, oh, this is attainable.
Let's eat.
Oh, we can get this. Oh, let's keep it going. Coach, call that.
Lane Johnson killed it.
Just like Tampa did.
what-
I love what Tampa did with Mike.
When he said that he wanted to rest, that was it. It
That
was
was
over.
It's tapped out.
It was over.
Okay.
Now,
Now, you know what?
that's what killed that.
I need
Like,
somebody over there to come tell me, I need one of y'all narps to let me know in a respectful way. If you Saquon Barkley, what are you saying, and are you saying it with your chest? I need to play. Somebody, oh, I see that Eagles shirt. Oh, God. Here go Carver. Don't stop bleeding green. But nah, for real. If you Saquon Barkley, what you do in that moment? You playing?
step up to the mic. Step up to the mic.
Yeah, let's go.
I ain't going to keep turning around, so I'm just going to listen, all right?
If you Saquon Barkley, you're saying you really want to do it, but he's a soft-spoken dude, and he just got out of a bad situation with the Giants, so he's probably not going to rock the boat. He's not going to pull a A.J. Brown and be a little more aggressive, telling him what he wants.
Yeah.
He's going to be a team guy, but at the same time, when he get in that group chat with the fellas, he going to say what y'all saying right now.
And our goal in life is to live through the group text, right?
Yep.
Our goal is to make our group text our real life. Yeah. That's the goal in life, to close that gap.
I don't know if Saquon is saying that in the group chat. I don't think Saquon is like that. I think he did exactly what he was thinking and chose to not play. But I think everybody else is looking at it like, you should have been out there.
Yeah.
You got to take that record. That record's been sitting for so long.
Yeah, 40 years.
I think he's
I don't
really
think that was the
talking- I
coach's
think he's
decision.
focusing on
I think that was his
winning a
choice.
Super Bowl.
No, that's love. That's love. We're going to have to bring Justin over here for the next conversation because I know how we're going. So can we table this by saying Saquon didn't necessarily say what he really wanted to do? Some part of this?
Can I hit one more
Yeah,
point?
yo, hit
One more
all the
point.
points.
2016 when I played with the Raiders, my only second time only making the playoffs. We go into the Broncos game. Coach doesn't rest anybody. I bust my knee. Can't play in the playoff game. Ooh. So I got to look at it like that too.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Risk
it's
averse.
tough.
And that's the point.
It's
that
tough
I was
because
saying.
I missed my second playoff game.
If you fighting for Super Bowls,
Yeah.
your coaching staff looks at it totally different. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because it could be one play, two plays that change the whole trajectory of your postseason.
Yeah.
So that's how, as a coaching staff, that's how I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
But as a
asset.
so when you say let's look at it as a unit, as a team, I want my dude to carry that torch.
Yeah.
But as a coaching staff, we got more business to handle. We got stuff to handle, and we need you to be fully healthy, fully ready to go. Can't be nicked, get in that game. Because, dudes, we play defense. It's not, we going to play a little harder for him not to get the record.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm not saying that I'm going to hit him late, but I'm going to hit him, like, right there on time.
No, the echo of the whistle.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I get
And
all
it's
that.
like, you're trying to get him out there. You don't want, as a defensive dude, I don't want that record to happen on me.
Okay, so this whole situation, I think it became something conflicting because the playoffs are looming. And because of the playoffs, you're like, I can't have my boy nicked up, can't have my boy hurt like you were,
But then
and missing the
my
playoffs.
game didn't determine where our seed was. And another thing, we'll be sitting here in a couple weeks from now, maybe having a whole different conversation if Philly goes and wins this thing.
But they're not mutually exclusive. I could win a Super Bowl and still set the single season
I was
rushing
doing
record.
that.
So, Coach, why are you making me pick when you ain't got to pick? That's why I'm looking at Nick like, dog, you tripping on
He
me.
should have never. He should have been like, look. As a team, they should have had a team meeting. He said, look, we're going to do this.
I would. I think
They should have stepped up for him.
It should have been, the onus should have been on him. He should have never even been like, hey, what do you think? He should have been like, look, this is a moment in time. We may never get here again. So what we're going to do.
And may not get to the Super Bowl.
And take a vote.
What we're going to do, let's, right? Saquon already had an opportunity earlier in the year, if you guys remember this, to get his single game rushing record.
Right, and tap.
And he tapped. Let the young guys go eat, right?
Yeah.
So you got to pay that forward. Because those are yards that could have minimized how much he needed in the last week.
But he might,
right?
he might just be that guy, though.
Yeah, I definitely
point.
forgot
He
about
might-
that.
But you see what I'm saying?
Barry Sanders.
I'm very conflicted because
let's-
I want the thing, but then I got hurt. But I wanted the
go
record,
eat.
but I got hurt and didn't play a playoff. I'd rather play that playoff game. So I'm kind of conflicted.
I get you.
in-
I
in both
understand
of my
that.
ways.
All right, let's bring this to a playoff conversation because we saw last night a game we've never seen before, 2 14-2 teams playing. At the last week of the season going into the playoffs for number 1 seed, we saw Detroit Lions go out there, Minnesota Vikings, obviously. It didn't look so well out there set tripping. We got any Detroit Narps? Let me stop. Detroit fans. Oh, come on over here. We got to chop that up. All right, I need you to chop it up. All right. Y'all won the game. Yes. Y'all really feeling yourselves right now, I'm starting to see, in terms of this number 1 seed going all the way. Detroit is the worst place to come see when it comes playoff time, etc. How are you really feeling? Because I'm tired of reading these narratives. Ain't no way y'all have this much confidence, do you?
Yes, I'm going to tell you why. Because the city of Detroit has confidence in general.
Are you David Ruffin? Are you about to sing?
Hey.
Hopping with the Rolling Stones or something?
Hey, it's Motown.
Or you can let the mic, grab the mic or something. Hold the mic or something. Oh. Like, what are you thinking?
Ain't nobody come to see you, Otis.
Hey, but Detroit in general just got confidence. The people got confidence, right? So the coach, Dan Campbell, represents the confidence of the city.
My former teammate, I'll give you
You know
that.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he
real.
put the grit in the city.
Yeah.
The city is already gritty. The people are already super confident. When they sucked, the people walked around confident. You go to Detroit, you're going to see a confident woman, a confident man, somebody that's talking.
Is he talking real, y'all?
Lil Harry.
In the ninth mile, they confident in the ninth mile.
He's been waiting on this moment. He's been
Ain't nobody
waiting on
tripping
this
on the
moment.
ninth mile.
You should have seen him
He
walk
been
down.
waiting on this
You should have seen him
moment.
walk downstairs.
He's so proud to
Back
talk about
shoulders,
Detroit and
yeah.
being there. He's
Absolutely
been waiting
right.
on this moment.
And listen, bro, I've been here in LA for 18 years, but Detroit is different.
Well,
Detroit is different.
You from Detroit Hills.
So on the flip side to that,
What?
yes, people in Detroit are bossing up, walking around with their chest high because, one, we ain't never been in this position. One, right?
No, don't do that.
No,
Don't
never.
do that. NFC Championship game before, Barry Sanders, Herman Moore, y'all.
Yeah, but we ain't never been number 1 seed.
19, what,
We ain't never
56
been
championship?
Yeah, we ain't never been number 1 seed. We ain't never had the playoffs come through the city.
Say it.
Detroit won. They're playing downtown, which was different from when you were there, right? The
Okay,
stadium
okay.
wasn't.
What were y'all
downtown.
playing then?
Huh?
What was that called? What was that?
Pontiac Silverdome,
Pontiac.
which was outside of the city,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, that makes a difference.
Absolutely.
What do you mean? You know what I mean? Championship's been.
The Lions, Detroit, the Pistons, they all in the city right now, bro.
Oh, so that's how they win in the
That's like
city.
The nucleus is all there.
Yeah.
So, yes, Detroit feeling themselves right now. And I tell you what, if we had our defensive players, we would be 100% confident.
Oh, you already built in that excuse.
No,
That's why y'all ain't never won it, because y'all be like, if it was a fifth.
You had us. You should have never brought that up.
It's not an excuse.
Pass the mic.
You should have never brought that up.
We balling right now.
I was with you until if was a fifth.
Yeah. All right, put the mic down. I want you to come over here and get mic'd up. We got to finish this. So
We balling right now.
Oh, great for y'all. Okay. But look, I've been in the playoffs 3 times. I lost every single wild card match. I ain't the one to talk. But you, playoff success. Donald Penn, you, playoff success. Obviously, we know we got a Super Bowl, 2-time Super Bowl champion right here. I need to know, Detroit Lions, do they have what it takes to win it all beyond record? I'm not talking about that. Because they're a banged-up team right now that made Sam Darnold look bad last night, took away a lot of his money. They starting to look like, oh, yeah, we got to get our draft pick healthy again.
No.
What do you think about Detroit?
I think what happens with Detroit is Detroit has to come out and play their game. And the 2 things that happens when playoff starts, you can do all that fancy stuff and run the football and play defense.
You are old. Look at that salt.
It's
We gonna say NFL ball.
Right.
Ain't nobody playing like that. We throw the ball.
When it comes to playoffs.
What? Kansas City?
But that's how they've been playing
And I'm
all
going to tell
year.
you this.
I can't.
I'm going to tell you this in simple terms.
Okay, I'm listening.
When it's all said and done, you guys were laughing about this and that in Detroit.
You gonna flex.
Guess what happened?
What?
If the first half of the defense didn't bow up and step up, they don't even have an opportunity to win
They don't have
that
an
football
opportunity.
game.
I don't understand. First off, Detroit playing that exact hard-nosed, in-your-mouth football. That's right. Hard-nosed, in-your-mouth football.
What up, though?
What up, though? What's up, you
I ain't gonna lie though.
I don't know.
I was at the Detroit.
I don't
I was
listen
at
to
the
Eminem,
Detroit Green
but-
Bay game.
Yeah.
Y'all, it's cracking out there.
I know it
They
is.
got that stadium cracking.
It's cracking.
They got that stadium.
Let me
vibe.
tell you this.
But you know one thing too. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
You know one thing too. No matter how much I try to bet against Detroit and always try to count them down, they always find a way to win. They always find a way to win or make it close.
That's
I'll tell you
because
this.
it's grit, and it starts with defense. Does defense win games?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you,
defense wins
you don't
games.
score, we can't
I'm gonna
lose.
tell you.
Okay, I get that.
I'm gonna tell y'all can laugh and joke all you
Man,
want.
will you stop flexing on us?
No, I'm gonna say it's only about playoff time.
You're right. None
It's
else
a whole
matters.
new season.
Nothing else matters.
It is 0-0.
Everything you've done before.
That's
has
all I'm
no
saying.
bearing
So
on
who is
what's
the
about to
favorite?
happen.
Let's round table. Who's the favorite to win it all this year, right now? Come on.
I don't know
Stop playing.
I don't know how you can not say Kansas City.
Okay, so
I don't know how
you want to get up right now.
No, but
I want to.
To your point about Detroit, the thing that I'm worried about when it comes to Detroit.
Oh, your if statement.
This is the thing, and I get the grit and we do this and from the mud and all of that's great. Dan Campbell was the right guy to change the culture.
Facts,
I played
facts.
1 year in Detroit.
Facts.
2009, it was a year after they were 0-16.
Yep.
Right? And
I'm listening.
Matthew Stafford, he came, big part of that. And organizationally, they had it all wrong.
Yep.
Right? Things were happening that wasn't conducive to winning.
Right.
They needed a Dan Campbell to come in there and bite kneecaps and get knocked down and get up and bite the other kneecap.
They didn't need an Ephraim Salaam, right?
They didn't need that. That's when I realized, hey man, maybe it's some other stuff that I want to do.
Okay. Retirement
The
talk.
thing that bothers me and I'm nervous about, and we've seen it happen. So it happened last year in the NFC Championship game. We've seen it happen periodically through the season. Can you trust Dan Campbell to make the right decision?
In that moment.
Right?
Mr. Gambler.
And you're
gonna gamble that much
going to
during the
say
playoffs?
right now, that's who they are. They're gamblers. When you get to the playoffs, there is no tomorrow. The way your ego and that this is how we got here, that's not how it happened. We watched them give 6 points away. They lost a 3-point game to the San Francisco 49ers.
Which we needed to lose that game. We needed to recalibrate that game.
No, you didn't need
What?
to.
You what?
Why did you ever need to lose?
I mean,
Because we needed to recalibrate before the playoffs started.
Oh, you needed that loss.
But
We
guess
needed
what?
that loss to
But
get us
guess
back
what?
Or that's the silver lining of a loss.
That would have made sense if we didn't see him make those same mistakes throughout the year.
Yes.
That's the problem. That's why I'm scared. But he didn't learn anything from that.
But do you think he's going to make those decisions and take those chances in the playoffs?
Oh. Yes.
As many you think
Last
so?
night was a playoff game.
He will because that's who he is.
What is his history?
I know, but
if you read the history books,
you can't get out your own way. If you can't get out your own way, you're in trouble.
Wins games, dog. And if we playing defense the way we played last night,
but
where
that's
every sports show counted us out last night. You didn't have one show that talked about Detroit was going to win last night.
That's real.
Until now.
Yeah.
Now they're like, Sam Darnold got shut down, Jefferson got shut down. You ain't hear that prior to yesterday's game.
Time out. Was you guys watching the game? I'm just saying, was you guys actually watching the game?
Minnesota's online
wide open.
Addison, wide open.
Minnesota online
Sam was off.
So, time out. Make sure you're actually watching the game. Because you guys are talking about this, that, overthrow.
Yep.
Overthrow.
They
inside the red zone.
He had pressure.
The defense caused the pressure.
He had pressure.
I'll give you some of that pressure.
Time out.
But it was a lot of misthrows.
Overthrow.
A lot of misthrows.
Guess what?
That's real.
But
you got to be honest.
How does that come? If pressure is on you, you're not sitting in the pocket.
But look,
being able to just dissect the offense. Pressure coming on you, you gonna throw the ball.
You got to look at the totality of it.
Okay, now y'all got to give him some respect. Give him some respect. He handled the pressure of being here right now. In the midst of all y'all pros, he held it down. He made me think that Detroit, if healthy, if playing their style of ball, and they could dictate turns in the playoffs, have a chance.
Which they at home. They got home.
Right, and they got home.
On top of that, we're playing at home.
At home.
Right.
So that has an advantage in general.
It's tough to go on the road and play.
Any of your championships come from the road?
Yeah, we had to beat San Francisco on the road.
Yeah,
our first one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It is tough to go and do it.
Not impossible.
Because we tried to do it when we was going for our three-peat. And our offense had 3 turnovers. We was down 21-0 before we blew our nose.
What happened to the team concept? We just starting to blow.
No, I said we. I said we.
Just pointed the whole finger.
No, I said we.
Troy Aikman out there.
No, I said we were down.
Hey, it's on
21-0.
camera. You ain't got to holler
I
at me.
said we was down 21-0.
On top of that, you coming into a Detroit home, which is not any other city in the country.
Well, that's every city. Kansas City ain't Detroit.
Don't
play in a dome. Y'all playing a dome.
Inside.
Y'all in a dome. On that home. Man, I'm going to wear the biggest jacket inside the stadium.
I was with you
Right.
until you said, understand this, man.
Uh-oh.
We get paid to play.
I get that.
And guess what? I'm going to hit you where your mama feel it, and I don't understand. I don't care. I can hear or see the crowd. I'm going to tell you, when I walk on the field,
don't matter.
bro, I didn't play.
Don't matter how loud it is.
It don't matter.
Don't care, bro.
You lock in.
No,
I understand what you're talking about, but the fact is,
I done played in Kansas City.
it's
cold.
I give you one better. I give you one better.
I'm just giving you. I'm giving you the athletic on the field.
Yeah, I get that.
We don't care.
It don't
what
matter.
that
And
man said.
that's the beauty of having a NARP here in all respect,
Yeah.
because they will measure things differently than us, right? From that perspective, you're like, yo, it's loud as hell. I can't even hear.
I'm happy
But
to
for
go
us,
there.
we locked in no matter where
I'm
we
happy to
are.
go to Detroit instead of Kansas City.
As a signal caller,
Listen,
right? My job is to line up Charles Haley, Ken Norton, and then the rest of the secondary. I ain't got time to worry about what fans are booing and boo.
It's only cheers and boos, and it's different. And tripping.
And look,
I'm just letting you know. I'm being honest.
the difference.
We only got to win 2 games, though.
Yeah, but the difference is on the defensive side of the ball, you're not affected by the noise.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's, for all intents and purposes, the stadium is quiet.
Right.
On the offensive side of the ball,
Totally different
Got
game.
something different.
it's a different deal. So for an offensive tackle, when there is no snap count and it's on silent count, and I got to look at the ball and get back to my defensive end, there's a different dynamic. There was no place louder than the old Minnesota Stadium.
Oh, yeah, because they used to pipe in the
They
music.
used to pipe in the noise. So in the NFC Championship game, when we played against the Vikings in Minnesota with Randy Moss, right, with Randall Cunningham, when they had the greatest offense in NFL history.
At that time.
We had a silent count. They jumped off sides 5 times. We didn't. You lock into it. So going on the road, y'all got to come here.
Yeah, that did.
Yeah.
He throw that out the window. We went to the
That's out
Super
the
Bowl.
window.
Yeah, right.
That's
Give me
not
love.
it.
Give me love, big dog. We got to get Bucky
All
Brooks
right, now
in here.
get you and your chain up out of
Yeah,
here.
get
Hey,
up out of here.
We got our bye.
Bucky. We
got
need
our
Bucky
bye
Brooks in here. We got a pro in here.
And we got 2 games to win.
Oh, really? That's all right. Well,
That's it.
That's what y'all got to do.
Wait,
Yeah,
hey,
I'm gonna put
hey,
something
we
on.
gonna get you.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Okay.
You betting on them?
Hey,
You betting on them or betting against
No,
Detroit?
I'm always about. I'm all.
We look and look, don't get us wrong.
I'm
We
about
like
Detroit.
Detroit.
We like Detroit.
I want
love
Detroit
what
to
y'all
win.
do.
You don't
As
like
long as
Detroit,
Kansas City don't
Marcellus.
win, I'm good.
I don't know.
As long as Kansas City don't win,
I
I'm
don't think
good.
they. I don't think they win it all, and I don't even think they get to the Super Bowl.
You don't think they get to the Super Bowl?
Yeah, and look, this
We
is.
can put a little friendly bet on that.
You're gonna be here.
Yeah.
We're gonna be here. What we betting? Nothing.
I don't know.
What I like? Hey,
Hey,
You know what I'm saying?
we put some donuts on it. I got you. Put some donuts on it. All right. Well, we gonna
Dan
bring.
Campbell remind me of Jimmy, and he puts it all in, and that's why I
You
like
respect that.
Detroit. Yes.
Okay, well, it's love. We're going to bring in another pro while we also address some of the TikTok comments that we got out there. So, the wild thing they asking me, big dog, Bucky
what up,
Brooks
man?
up in here. So, TikTok Live, give me some of that, Buck.
My man.
TikTok
Let me see,
Live
Buck.
is asking me, oh, this is funny. They want to know.
Hold on, wait for it. Wait,
Oh, we got to get through?
Yeah, let's get Buck in.
Let's get Buck. Well, this ain't for Buck, but I'm going to give you Buck love. They want to know who was easier to play against. Ephraim or DPG, Donald Penn? I got to say Donald, because I don't know if we even went against each other. So it must have been easy because either it didn't happen or it wasn't memorable. I remember him making me feel like, yo, retirement can't come fast enough. Dog, we were in Jacksonville. Dog, I was like, all right, first of all, players know, they're the first one to know you falling off, but you're the last one to admit it, right? So I'm in that phase between I know it, but I ain't gonna tell you, and I'm like, he found out. And I'm in practice, I'm in practice, I'm old, I don't bend the same. I need like 30 minutes.
Icing doing the breaks.
Oh, and I guess he been watching me. He was like, oh, Wiley ain't ready. Wiley ain't right. I'm kicking my knees out. I'm sitting in meetings like this. And I get out to practice. I'm like, yo, it's OG right here. Like, yo, show me love on Wednesday. I'll get you on Sunday. Oh, no, it wasn't no brother-in-law. Man, he was putting them along. Look how long his arms are. He was like, yeah, bye-bye. And I was like, dog, I'm not going to let them cut me.
Right.
Because of you. I'm going to retire. I'm going to have some pride in my life. That was my last year playing with this knucklehead, man. He was out there going hard. But Bucky Brooks is in the building. We all know who Bucky Brooks is. Tell him your bio and read him some love about who you are, big
Okay, bio. Okay, went to North Carolina, spent 12 years in the league.
How many years?
12.
Goodness, man.
No, but only 5 as a player, 7 as a scout.
Oh, we doing that. Pop Warner legend.
Hey, bro.
Wait a minute. You can't
You wanted the bio.
You gotta go back over there, Narp. Take your Narp on.
He wanted the bio.
He's a hater.
He wanted the bio.
Okay, you're right.
Invested. Come on, man.
Okay, you're right.
He get the whole 12-year.
He can double it.
Okay,
He get both sides.
right there.
All said and done.
I stand corrected.
That's what his check say. 0, 0, 0, 0.
He can both sides of the benefit.
Okay.
All of it, been on both sides.
Yeah.
Then jumped into the media space and kind of did some stuff, writing,
Yeah.
TV, broadcast. You know what it is.
All the business, man. One of my favorite people to talk football with. We worked every network together, man.
Everywhere.
Everywhere. And this guy got more stories than the law allows. Looking forward to this conversation. Now, we were talking about Saquon Barkley and him sitting out. We talked about the NFL playoffs, and we still talking about it. Detroit Lions favored out the NFC. I need you to just give me a little touch on that first Saquon topic. Like, if you Saquon, what you doing in that moment and how it played out?
Why does he need to play? He already got 2,000. Like, what are we playing for? Oh, we need him in the postseason.
I didn't expect
We
this.
play for rings and respect. We don't what are we doing?
And records, another R.
That's upstairs.
That's his upstairs.
That's upstairs. That's upstairs.
You got corporate.
That's upstairs. That's 7 years. That's 7 years. That's 7 years.
Can you take your glasses off and answer that again? Can you take your glasses off and answer
we
again?
wanted him to play the regular season finale and then play in the playoffs the next week when it's really on the line?
It's scheduled.
No,
saw Minnesota and Detroit go out there, all hell let loose. You can
But
play
they had
17.
to, though.
Well, wait, you have to for setting a record that can stand in history forever. You wouldn't do that?
For the next 40 years.
Okay,
That would be another.
Okay.
For the next 40 years.
We had to get well over
100, 101.
101. Just
101 yards.
And
You got that.
we're playing against my former team?
Yeah. Come on.
Oh, I got to get that.
We got to get that.
No, I got to get
already
that.
got 2K.
I get the flex on my ex. Oh, I got to do it. I got to do
you
it.
got to remember what he rushed for against that very same Giants team earlier in the year. Over 270 yards.
I'm giving it to the
a
coach.
knee. Nah, let the young dude.
Okay, now give me this.
That came
Detroit
from
your favorite in the NFC or no?
They're so injured, but the way they beat up on Minnesota.
I know, that was bad.
I mean, they beat them up.
They did.
I mean, they beat them up. They physically, they wear them out. And I will say, my man was talking about Detroit, that home field. I can say that, having gone up there to watch them beat down Jacksonville. It's a different environment. It's a different element. Playing at home there is a significant advantage because they're gonna have Eminem and everybody come out. It's gonna be out of control now.
Just take some of your scout piece now. If you're watching the tape, every receiver was wide open.
Oh, you talking about them long foul balls?
Every receiver.
They long foul ball. I hit a bunch of home runs, but they were foul.
All right.
They all foul.
All right. Okay.
They long foul balls.
I like that.
You're nuts.
Hey,
leave Sam Darnold alone now.
hey, we done been back there.
Yeah.
You be like, when you watch the tape, how do you fix somebody running by you?
Speak to it.
What now they were playing?
Okay,
Oh,
time
good
out.
point. He got a good point.
How do you
like y'all didn't
fix-
complete them, but y'all
Okay,
were
but
ready.
how do you fix running by you? That's hard to fix. That's on tape all over the place.
Yeah.
And it ain't gonna take no week, no 2 weeks. How do you fix running by you?
Well, he
And it
clapping
wasn't just one dude.
He clapping on you, Buck.
It wasn't just one dude.
Well,
Clapping on you. Clapping on.
so we said Sam Darnold had a problem hitting those things, right?
Yes.
Sam Darnold also got beat up at the line of scrimmage, right?
Yeah.
That's what I said.
So
I say he's
so
getting beat up.
Willie Shaw, David Shaw's dad, my OD coordinator with the Raiders, used to say, the rush impacts the coverage
All
more
day,
than the
all
coverage
day.
impacts
It
the
does-
rush.
it works
So
hand
as
in
long as we're bringing pressures to Darius Smith and those guys are getting home,
Okay.
it doesn't matter. We'll see more foul balls.
They had some people I never heard of getting home last night with Detroit.
I got 2 linemen here. They don't watch the tape how we watch the tape. But now you see that. Now all you gotta do is give my dude a little extra time.
Talking about Sam Darnold?
We ain't talking about that game over with.
Anybody in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
NFC?
yeah.
We're talking about
Because I'm still not convinced if you gave Sam Donald time, he might not still be hitting those what? He might not still be hitting those what? Where you going on?
I'm saying that.
He might still be throwing them what?
Foul balls. He still might be hitting foul balls.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
But like
You
you
get
said,
a
I feel you
different
though.
quarterback.
Exactly.
Y'all
I'm
haven't
with you on that.
turned.
I'm with you
So
on that.
another conversation. We haven't turned the page on Sam Darnold. Like we're almost still stuck in first impression, early years in the league. Obviously with the Jets, saw him with Carolina, see him now with Minnesota. And you're like, oh, this is something different. But it sounds like the lights too bright.
The lights get too bright.
No, there's a Rich Gannon out there who's like, yo, y'all used to judge me and now I'm different. There's an Alex Smith who was out there, y'all used to judge me, now I'm different. Why he can't be different? Why he can't just have a bad game in week 18?
I think it's about to keep. I think it's gonna carry over until this next week, and they're gonna get eliminated.
So I tell you this.
After the bye, I give you some.
Watching that game, I was like, man, he just cost himself tens of millions of dollars.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I can say that.
That's what. Think about this.
I say that.
When you're changing people's perception of who you are as a person, as a player, when the moment gets biggest, how you perform in that moment matters.
Everything, all of it.
In that moment, when the moment gets big, he's dug himself out of this first round bust,
he's out of
bounce around backup guy role with the year he had, right? Even being mentioned in the MVP conversation. He's had a phenomenal year. Everybody was watching to see if it's the new Sam or the old Sam.
You know what's
And
that's real.
that's
That's
different.
real. That's the realest you can
He
get.
still has a chance to redeem
Of
himself.
course.
He still
But he
does.
got to
But
do it
I
all.
agree with you.
Now he really got to go get
You got to go
And,
get
and
it.
like you said, I used to love the big games. I
Yeah.
used to love going against the best. That's when I'm like, let's go. That's when you got to go. But He still does have opportunity, though, but I do feel what you're saying. Like,
But you
really,
can never
he dug himself a
remind
hole.
somebody of why they doubted you in the first place. And then last night, he reminded everybody, like, God dang, I thought you was done cheating on me. And then went out there in the streets.
Right back.
Wait.
Right back.
Are we talking about Lamar Jackson? We changing the subject in a different quarterback.
Don't do that.
Time out.
Don't do that. He on that wall for a reason.
I'm just
He on that wall for a reason.
Are we talking about a quarterback that don't show up when you're supposed to show up on the biggest stage?
No, we're not.
No,
That's not what we're talking about. Lamar Jackson has won 70% of the games he's played in. Wait a minute. Wait one second.
Oh, you don't think that matters.
Wait a minute.
You don't think that matters. I know.
Sam Darnold has not. Sam
I
Darnold was a losing quarterback
I
for
understand where you're
dysfunctional
going
teams.
with it.
That's what I'm talking about.
So, no, I'm saying-
But Lamar Jackson's a two-time MVP. Sam Darnold was getting us to see him as an MVP. So you can't go back.
Ooh.
There's more he has to do.
Equity.
There's more Lamar has to do.
Yeah.
You're going to say that this first-round pick here has an opportunity to redeem himself. He
Yes.
did. And he went out, but he, guess what? Stunk up the house.
It happens.
We can go around this wall and say stunk up the house.
No, you better not turn that way.
You know, we can go around this wall and say when the game was on the line.
You better go, hey, this wall's designed for a reason. It gets greater and better everywhere you go.
You know we can
Boy, you better stop
fuck
playing.
up the house. We can stay right there.
You're right.
On them Clippers.
That's what I'm
Let me
saying.
sticking up the house.
If we
Yeah.
want to go
My
around
man
the
said-
wall
my man
and
said,
say
throw that in there.
stunk up the house
Throw that in there.
when the money was on the line.
Yeah.
You know,
They helped raise me, but
dude is the best quarterback to ever play, in my mind. Dude right here.
I'm not arguing. I'm just not fully agree. Peyton Manning for me, but I hear that.
Manning for me.
Okay.
Tom
Never
Brady for
play.
me.
Who?
Tom Brady, my era.
Peyton Manning for me.
Oh, we not arguing over this.
Tom Brady,
I don't want to change the subject, but
You did change the subject.
okay,
did go, yeah.
no, but I'm just giving you a boom, 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 boom. Let's
Hold
just
on.
go three.
This is all greatness, first of all.
That's greatness, but I'm saying great, huh?
Huh? In terms of what?
Man, that's
A step to the mic, please,
Right,
brother.
you please,
Matter of fact, I need to hear this.
Elway is great, but you put Elway over Brady?
yes. I put Elway over my mama.
Based on what? We act like your mama didn't hear that.
I ain't got nothing to say.
Mama can't do the out route.
Damn, Mama Washington.
Hey, give him a refill.
Hey,
Get him, JG.
hey,
You don't know what you just talking about.
You out the will.
I made that too early. I made it too strong, huh?
That's just, hey, I wake up like that.
It's too early to be great.
I wake up like
I made
that,
that
dog.
one. I made
I
that
don't
one.
know.
Let me help you out.
How much of that yak you been drinking?
Hey, you ain't never seen my mama throw.
She ain't throwing like Brady. I know that.
Hold on, JG, for
I'm with you on the
real. Break it down, though. Okay, you're going to say Brady, and I know that. See,
I
he.
wanna hear it.
I need to know why you say Elway, because we already know why I'm saying Brady.
I'm a
Yeah,
why?
it's
Because of championships?
Everything. Everything, not just the shit.
I seen Brady do some shit in my own eyes.
I get him. Yeah.
I just seen
Okay,
Brady do some
and this
shit,
dude,
man.
let me
I
tell
seen
you.
him do some stuff too.
No,
I just
time
seen Brady
out. Time
just-
out. We're talking about playing through errors.
Yeah.
Okay?
This ain't on the topic list.
Brady would not
We gotta fill
survive.
this in.
Brady would not survive during our time.
Why?
Because you get hit now. You get hit.
Brady got hit. You ain't seen him hit
Bro,
on Brady
it
earlier.
was like the Brady.
Brady got his helmet knocked
Yeah,
off the
watch
damn
that.
field
Time
one
out.
time.
Hey, Brady played a little bit before he changed the rules.
Watch this.
Hey,
Watch
hey,
this.
Sells.
When I'm talking
That's
about.
nostalgia. That's what that is.
Hey,
Yo,
That's
hey,
nostalgia.
James,
watch
they
this,
on your head.
Watch this. Watch this.
Uh-oh, I'm watching.
Hey.
That's nostalgia.
Nigga, I done made more plays than all y'all in one game.
Oh, there we go.
That's true.
Here we go.
Let's talk about this dude.
That's
Let's
true.
talk about
You
this dude.
knew it was coming.
Let's talk about this dude.
Still, you
No,
knew
I
it was
want
coming.
this. Let's talk about this too. I'm gonna tell you.
For no
this.
reason. And this is why I want to bring us together.
I'm gonna tell you about this dude.
Shooting, but they
I'm
not
gonna tell
hitting.
you about this dude right here. If you put him,
Unnecessary roughness.
you put him with
Shooting,
Jim
but they're
Brown.
not hitting.
You put him with Jim Brown.
Throw in the
He would be
towel.
a rock star. You put him in our era, he'd be a rock star. Now this dude could run, throw, and all the things, all the magical things that can happen.
Yeah.
He was that dude.
Nobody's debating
He on the
that.
wall, dog. He
In
ain't
my,
debating
I
that.
said in my opinion.
Right.
Player on his team.
Huh?
Was he the best player on his team?
It doesn't matter.
Oh,
It doesn't matter.
wait a minute.
So who was the best player on the team?
TD was for sure the man. TD was the
in
guy.
one game?
Not one game.
Okay,
fullback on both of those.
He was
the cat who used to salute with TD, Howie Griffin.
Boy, you done lost your mind.
Tom Elway wasn't the best player.
Brady
You
was
done
always
lost your mind.
And it's not even close.
Bro, they won a championship when he got.
wait.
Guess what? You need a running game. I'm saying you need both.
I don't agree with you on this
Don't
one.
get me wrong. You need both.
I don't agree with you on this
But
one.
it don't work.
I don't agree with you on this one.
Who was Brady running backs?
Brady the man.
Who was Brady running backs?
Y'all can say whatever you want, bro.
Let me tell you this.
I've been agreeing with you, Mike.
Hold on, let him go, JG. Get him. JG, get him real quick.
separate the nostalgia. I get it.
Yeah,
You loved it because you lived it. You was there.
Yep.
Look at the resumes. It's not even close.
Oh, come on. That's that Michael
we can't
Jordan,
debate that.
LeBron James stuff right now.
No, you gotta listen.
I'm listening.
I'm just saying, if we're gonna compare, you gotta look at the resumes. You can't discredit that. And the difference between LeBron and Mike, since you brought that up, is LeBron is still chasing records that Mike did in a shorter time. So it's not the same argument.
Damn.
Brady.
I like it.
Brady in his time.
One for the Narps.
His records exceed Elway's in every category. In the same time.
All
in every category.
championships,
So how do you
points.
compare?
Okay,
Points,
but he can't.
like 30-point
Okay,
games.
watch this, man.
Hold on, let me
Hold
say
on.
this. Let me say this.
We really need to hear this clearly. Because
let me-
right now, you're on the roast, big dog. And you already used your big joker. He
I
used the big joker.
right.
I made more plays than all of y'all. And we like,
No, not yet.
one book. One game. In one game. Hey, y'all on his head. He shook.
Not at all. Not at all.
No, they got you on the roast, big dog.
look,
We got your back.
That's what I don't.
Hold on. Listen.
Let's hear it.
I'm not lying. That is right here.
When we're talking about quarterbacks,
Best to ever do it.
all of them are great. But the reason I say,
First of all, all of them ain't great. What do you mean? Stop.
no, the ones we're talking about.
Oh, okay, all right.
The ones we're talking about.
Okay.
Right? You would agree all of the ones we're talking about are great.
Yes, Brady,
Yep.
Elway, Manning.
Yes.
Yes.
So for me, playing in an era where I played with John,
Yep.
Brady, Manning,
Yep.
Peyton Manning changed the way quarterback was played.
Facts.
Manning is better than Elway.
Period. He changed the way quarterbacks played. Hold on. Listen.
Man, you just keep shooting. Let's take that gun away from him.
Just listen. Hold on. Wait. Hold on.
What is it about?
So, as an offensive player,
He's 12 years old.
as an offensive player,
Let him finish it, then he gonna go get him.
as an offensive player, going against a Peyton Manning-led team, it was the only time a defensive coordinator came into the offensive install room and told us what we needed to do to help them.
Thank you.
Wow.
That's how you change the game.
So what does that say?
That's how you change the game.
I love
we
that.
can't let him do this. You guys need to do this
So that backs
for
up what I
us.
just said.
That point.
And I played against all of them.
Okay. So
Played against all of them.
So we got it declared right here that you say Elway's the best ever.
And I'm
them
telling
We
you
went
the
evergreen
reason why.
fast, but
I'm gonna tell you in any term.
Fast.
Okay, the reason why I'm saying this. No. Wait, I'm gonna tell you the reason why. Listen,
nostalgia.
though.
That's what it is.
Listen, though.
And I get it.
Somewhere Paul
I'm
George.
taking
somebody-
Favre
Okay,
over
this
Elway.
happens.
No, it can't.
Take all
I'm taking
three of
Favre
your
over
quarterbacks.
Elway.
Yeah.
Take
three.
all three of your quarterbacks. And then we talk about, because you can't compare errors, you know what I'm saying?
Of course
So
not.
therefore, I'm going to believe what I believe. Yes.
Hey,
Exactly.
you weren't? Okay. He says he wasn't the best.
John said, take me out this conversation, dog.
Now, I
Keep me on the
I
wall.
lied.
Just keep me on the wall. I'm
I
good.
And it's real simple. You put him in different eras. You put him in different eras.
John giving you the side eye right now.
Yeah, John.
And I can see the tape.
John ain't even looking at him.
Hey, y'all can believe because y'all all young pups right here.
again.
Shut your
This is a
ass.
young pup room.
Yep, no, it ain't.
Young
This is
pups.
a young pup
But
room.
he just
You
agreed.
lost your mind.
They agreeing.
We agreeing. Like John
I
Elway, my
don't, man, you
favorite.
can say whatever you want, Brian, until you stand across from the dude and see it coming
I
at
just
you.
want to say this because you just said this.
Yeah.
Whenever a younger dude proves an OG wrong,
Oh, yeah,
they
get
say,
him.
"Oh, you just a young pup."
I
You
didn't
don't
tell
know
you I got you. I love it though.
Okay, you.
I said the entire room.
Hey, Jay, I gotta give him this. Look. Yeah, I'm about to say nobody older than my man right there, Richie. So that's part one. So you a young pup compared to him.
Nah,
Yeah, Richie the oldest. He's the OG of the bunch. And
How old are you?
they got you. They got you.
Nigga, I'm 60.
Oh, damn, you look good. Okay.
Nigga, just, hey, keep drinking this in the morning. I'm 60. You just mad that I'm
It's nighttime.
I thought it was nighttime.
I ain't knowing. Okay, we got a conversation built right here because I didn't know. I thought he was younger. Okay. Well, we know black don't crack, but it swell, right? So I ain't tripping. I ain't know. We back. You
on my team. Really?
I'm on the team that's right. And right now, that conversation.
You on that team?
Look, Elway, my favorite player. He helped raise me. That's why he's on the wall. At the same time, I think Peyton Manning got him. I don't want to have that conversation. I'd rather have this conversation. They right there. It's Lamar Jackson trying to win an MVP this year over Josh Allen. And Josh Allen, right now, the Vegas favorite is Josh Allen, despite the stats leaning towards Lamar. Here's the argument. Last year, the stats didn't lean towards Lamar, and he won it. But now he has better stats. He should win it again. Well, Josh is like, wait, I thought it was about team success, etc. So who's the MVP? I see you right now want to get some DPG.
Man, Josh lost his best number one weapon, and look what he did this year.
Ooh.
I got to give it to him.
Josh Allen?
Yes.
You say it for that reason. Bucky Brooks, please speak.
I mean, I feel like this is Charles Barkley winning the award. Everyone knew that Jordan was the best player, but we gave it to Charles Barkley because the narrative said it was his time. Lamar Jackson has outplayed Josh Allen. Yeah. Lamar Jackson is playing the best ball of his career. Last year, we could say, hey, he shouldn't have won the MVP. This year, he absolutely was the best player.
I got it right.
Okay.
Let me just say one
Let
thing.
me hear it.
I just want to say one thing to that.
Is MVP playing the best or the most valuable
To your team.
Well, the M
Let
and
me
the
just
V
say
says
this.
most valuable, but
who they wouldn't even score points if Josh Allen was
I'm with
on
that. That's
They
why I
wouldn't
said
score without
he lost his
Lamar.
number
get
one
to the
weapon.
mic. Get to the mic. I want to hear JG.
Simple.
bow
All I'm
out.
gonna say this: you look at Lamar's MVP stats, the year he won, and look at his
Years.
the years, and look at his stats from this season.
Oh, they're better by far.
you
Exceeded
giving
by
Lam-
far. How is he not the MVP?
Yeah, but that
But you
doesn't work
giving
like that.
Lamar
It doesn't
this
work
when
like
they
that in
just
the MVP
signed
race.
one of the best running backs in the
the team
league.
is winning, too.
Taking all
I
that
get it, but what
pressure
you've done
off of
before
him. Look how much
doesn't-
more
before it
pressure
doesn't carry
he
on.
got losing his
But they
number one
winning also.
receiver and still coming back having this year. They got better. They got worse, and he still came this year.
He's
and
done
performed.
more with
Yeah,
less.
he's done more with less.
Yeah, exactly.
He's done
Look
more
at
with
that running
less.
back. Look at that running game. That running game.
He had 1,900 yards in Derrick Henry this year.
You feel me?
It's easy to be a quarterback when you got a 1,900-yard back.
When you got 1,000 of this and 1,000 of this.
We lost second and 5.
If you got 1,000 of this and 1,000 of
What?
this, you know,
All day.
we just talking about 1,000 yards.
Third and 2.
I did not expect a room to almost sound unanimously in favor of Josh Allen, who statistically is not better than a guy who won 2 MVPs, who's playing his best ball. And I understand they're all different. They all should be separate. But that said, even if you measure them on their own verticals, he still is outperforming Josh Allen this year. But we're going to say less is more? I'm with Lamar on this one.
I'm not just. Oh, go ahead.
Who do you trust to win the playoff game? Do you trust
Neither
Josh
one of them.
or do you trust Lamar?
I'll take both.
They
of them.
they both have cheated before.
one of them.
Like, they both have cheated their greatness before.
But my thing is, I'm judging off.
Neither
I'm
one
not
of
judging off stats. I'm judging off who did the most with less.
Because that's the MVP.
That's what I'm judging.
Because that's
That's what
what
I'm
the
judging.
MVP is.
They signed the best running back in the
Question,
league.
'cause they didn't hear it.
That's what I'm.
Restate your question because they didn't hear
Derrick
it.
Henry was not regarded as the best running back in the league when he signed with Baltimore.
That's true.
In fact, we
That's
thought
true.
Derrick Henry was
Who
going
was
to
we?
be
Wait,
Emmitt
first of all,
Smith with
Let
the
him
Arizona
restate his
Cardinals.
question because they didn't hear it.
I turned that mic towards y'all.
Because I love
Restate your question.
I didn't think any of that, but
You probably right.
Hey, look, nobody want to play pool now. They're like, Lamar.
All right,
you know why?
Hey guys,
Because he did all of those
Hold on, let them get
I
that.
have
Let
a
me
new
hear this.
question for you.
Oh, God.
Name me 2 other offensive players on Buffalo.
Me? I was just there, too. Oh, I'm about to say, don't ask me.
Anybody.
I had some drinks.
What's the tight end's name?
Come on, you know who it is.
James Cook,
Of course.
Knox.
Yeah.
They got some.
Yeah.
like he's like, who are the?
Who are they?
I understand that, and I get.
I
what
know
you're
your
saying.
point.
I hear where y'all
I know your
going with
point.
I got the tight end on my fantasy.
They played each other in the regular season, didn't they?
Yeah. Who won? He smashed him.
Smashed him.
Well, they would say he has more to smash him with because he has a better team. Who's saying Lamar Jackson other than me?
Can we pull up
okay, it's a little more
Can
split.
we pull up the stats from that game and see how much rushing yards and
I don't even think we got to go there. I just think it's a weird place where it's happening with Jokic and Embiid. It's happening with Lamar and Josh Allen. Look, we see the racial element, obviously, but we ain't going to play that lazy card.
Nobody talking about that.
Yeah, we ain't playing the lazy card. It's like, why, if your goal in to start the season, 0 stats. Damn, I beat you. Oh, but your team better. What the hell that got to do with it? Like, I did what I'm supposed to do at my position, which showed the most value. You're saying my value was now changed because you had less to work with.
Listen.
But who is determining that? If Buffalo has a better team, maybe we valued it wrong in terms of what a real asset is. So that's why, to me, Lamar Jackson, it should nearly be, give me the numbers. Okay, if the team is good enough, that guy should win the MVP.
This is how I see it. When you're talking about an MVP, and this is in any sports league, if you can take that person off that team and put him on any other team, will that person by himself make that team a playoff team?
both of them will.
Both of those.
Both of them will, though. That doesn't change anything.
This is where we are.
Frankenstein,
right?
Yeah.
We know
Both
he
of them
can
will.
do it because
No,
he had less to work with.
Nah, both of them do it.
right?
Both of them.
Hey,
You
both
saying
of them-
Lamar couldn't do it?
Yeah, both.
No, I'm
Okay.
not saying that. I'm
I'm
not
about to
saying
say,
that.
yeah, both of
I'm
them
not saying that.
will do that.
But what happened is we saw Lamar over the years get overwhelmed, right? We saw him get overwhelmed,
Last year.
right?
But that's part of growing.
He's been
That's
an
part of
MVP.
growing.
It is part of growing. It is part
Is
of
that
growing.
part of the MVP conversation?
Last year.
So wait, we didn't see Josh get overwhelmed?
Thank you.
Oh no, we did.
I know.
We-
I'm just saying. So you said both
this-
of them overwhelmed.
But this is what
That's
I'm
the
saying.
point I'm trying to make.
One organization said, we're going to take some of that pressure off of our MVP. We're going to make it easier for him. And the other one was like, we're going to just put it all in him. You get what I'm saying? Organizationally,
I hope a draft pick.
Buffalo was like, it's on you, man. However far you're going to take us,
Yeah.
that's what it's going to be. Baltimore was like, look, you were the MVP last year. We're going to give you help. Right?
So
And
it
what
sounds
they-
like we're doing story versus stat. Josh Allen got a better story,
we feel,
and you got better
you
stats.
deserve
But I told you that was
Yeah.
my opinion was off of. My opinion was off of that. My opinion was off of what he's working with compared to stats.
Yeah.
If I go off of stats, you're right.
Right.
Boom. But,
Okay, we close
but I'm
our
look-
eyes and we pick one guy. 3rd down and 8.
I'm about to say, I'll get down.
3rd down. I'm only gonna take one guy.
That's a loaded question.
No, I'm asking you too.
Because you know why you're doing
3rd
that.
down. I didn't say 3rd down and 2. I said 3rd down and 8.
I'm contradicting my answer.
1, 2. Who you choosing?
the same in third base.
But what is that?
Because he gives you options.
What I got to do with
Don't
MVP,
sleep
though?
on Josh
Because
Allen.
he's been doing MVP work like that.
sleep on Josh Allen.
He gonna get that first.
Hold on.
Okay, we got
faster.
Don't sleep on Josh
work
Allen.
like that all year.
You just showed
long.
how old you are with that 3rd and 8 with wind
I'm a
conditions
defense- 'cause I'm a
northwest
because I am a
8 miles an
defensive guy.
hour. What are you talking about?
Because I am a defensive guy and everything that I do,
How old are you, though?
it doesn't matter. So we're gonna work with the age.
No, I'm just saying, like, what does it
3rd
mean?
and 8.
So 4th and 2 is a different conversation?
Yes, it is. Because you can hand it to the running back.
Okay. I can hand it to Derrick Henry at 3rd and 8.
3rd and 8, he gives you more options, and he's done it all year. And he done done it all his career.
I'll give you that.
And he's done it all his career.
But why are we doing career in an MVP conversation?
That's what
for
we're talking about. That's
no,
what
we're
we're
not.
talking-
We're talking 2024.
and
Who
I'm
had the better
saying he's
season?
done it all year long this year.
Look at he just switched career to this year. I love it. Look, we just play off TikTok. Thank you guys for out there. Cross says Allen MVP because he doesn't stat pat like Lamar. That's interesting. And Josh Allen wins this year, hands down. We got Judy who says Josh Allen doesn't need someone to help his stats. MVP. Sounds like the Josh Allen campaign has gotten more donations and fundraising than Lamar Jackson. Right now, they're running broke because not a lot of people are riding with him. Okay, we got to just get this general playoff conversation off because I think unfortunately, and I say unfortunately because I'm a Charger fan, that it's going to be Chiefs and not Detroit from the NFC. But it doesn't matter because I think the Chiefs going to win again, and I don't want to hear that. I don't want to say that.
I don't want the Chiefs to win at all.
It's not hate. I'm trying to win a bet. I'm trying to win a bet. But Bucky, let me center it with you. Give me your Super Bowl prediction, the two teams you see in there and the victor.
Well, I think you certainly got it right with Kansas City.
Yeah.
Because I think Kansas City is the best team in ball. Like, they know how to win. They mastered the art of winning. 16 straight one-score game victories, like whatever that is. Like,
Is that mastering it when you can barely get by every week, but you
Winners
keep
win.
getting by? Winners
They got the
win.
best luck in
I'm
the
asking.
like win luck.
The best
Make
luck
your
in the
own
world.
luck. I think we've seen those opportunities when it's the best team and they find a way to do it. And I think everyone fears number 15.
Yeah.
When it comes the game on the line. You talk about, hey, if they get the ball with 1 minute left.
Oh, yeah. Third and eight, Casey.
Right.
With
You don't
13
wanna-
seconds.
you
Don't do that. Don't do
wanna
that.
deal with
Buffalo
it.
still
I
ain't
think you
over.
hope you keep it close
13
like that.
seconds.
I think
You hope you keep it close like that.
the trickier spot is dealing in the NFC. I'm going to go with Philadelphia in the NFC.
Yeah.
Saquon Barkley balances out the offense. But I would say all the young guys.
Will their
on
quarterback be healthy, though?
What you mean? Because he got a little concussion. He'll bounce back from that. We can put the Guardian cap on.
Okay,
I
you-
get it.
hey,
Put the Guardian cap on.
Will your quarterback be healthy?
Nah, so that's it. So I got Philadelphia, Kansas City.
Get the
So
mic
Bucky-
over there
so
you guys be
Bucky-
good. Bring the mic over there because y'all keep drifting. Yeah,
Is
get it in that mic.
anybody more an MVP than Patrick Mahomes?
Yes.
How?
This year.
You can't get it this year.
You can't get it this year.
You can't get it this year.
Come on, don't
You
do it.
can't
Why
get
y'all
it.
giving this Heritage Award out?
Not
Like
this
y'all,
year.
It's not a lifetime achievement award.
Right,
I hate-
but
I
if
hate when
you're
they do
saying-
that. I hate
if
when
you're
they
saying
do
the Chiefs are the
get-
best team, and they're the lock for
but
the
he's not
Super
even.
Bowl.
He didn't even play the best on the,
He didn't
on the
play.
team this year.
Their defense was good. They were on special
yeah,
teams. They
you
win
can't
it
do
every
it.
other
They
way.
won one score games. He had to pull it out. What do you mean? Of course he
get
played
it.
great.
I feel like you're
He's won
squeezing
these
that because you
games.
know that
He didn't even
pulls-
make the Pro Bowl.
Thank you. Like, you cannot be the MVP if you don't make the
Pete
Pro Bowl.
Rose isn't in the Hall of Fame. What does that mean?
Yeah, because
So
he
what?
was betting on
betting on
baseball on his games.
Okay.
That's not the same thing.
Not the same
It's
thing.
not the same thing. It's not the
That
same
doesn't
thing.
mean anything.
If Patrick
does mean
Mahomes is
something.
out gambling on his
Yeah.
games,
If you're not one
then
of the
okay.
you're not one of the three best
But-
AFC quarterbacks
so why
voted
do
by
you-
your
so-
peers.
Who would he
Kansas
replace
City's gonna
on the?
be-
Who would he replace on?
No, we got to.
I didn't say he was into the
We
Super Bowl.
can't do this. Now, this is our first show on the rocks. We can't let the rocks just melt into our brain and then now we're too hydrated to talk sensible.
Exactly.
What? We can't. You not one of the three best quarterbacks in your conference. Forget the league. Conference voted by your peers, and now you're the best player in the entire league.
it messes
You
up.
can't do that. Come on.
How else are they getting to the Super Bowl if it's not with Patrick Mahomes?
Them. It's a team award. Don't get me started on
First
rings.
of all, their
Don't get me
defense
started
is
on
much
champions.
better than their offense for the majority of the year.
Yeah.
And that's
That
the first
part.
time you
Come
can
on,
ever
big
say
guy.
that.
That part.
And that's one of the first times you can ever say that.
Now he's been
Right
to the
there
Super
is my
Bowl
Tom
when their
Brady
defense was
argument.
trash before.
Exactly, that's what I'm
But
saying.
please don't go there.
That's what I'm saying. That's the
That's
first time you can
where-
ever say
where
that.
you
That the
going
defense
with it.
is doing that.
Yeah.
Because when I played in Oakland, we knew any chance we had to beat the Kansas City was to stay on the field.
You got to run it up.
Stay
yep.
on the field.
Yeah.
Run it up.
Yeah,
So
run
we
it up.
got to get this out. Let's just go round table real quick. Super Bowl prediction and who wins. What you got? Just before the playoffs start so we can get this on tape.
Unfortunately, I hate to say it, I think Kansas City's going to make it from the AFC, even though I don't want them to win. But I think Detroit got a little magic.
Detroit? Okay.
I think Detroit got a little magic.
Detroit, KC snipes them. And you said KC wins or KC in it?
No, I
Oh,
think
they
Detroit
three-peat.
wins.
They three.
Kansas City, Philadelphia, they three-peat. Taylor
Oh,
Swift.
Kansas City, Philly. What you got, OG?
I'm going with Baltimore.
Thank you.
Ravens.
All right.
And I think
He doesn't play well in big games.
you know what? I'm going with Baltimore, and I'm going with. I think Detroit is going to figure it out.
Baltimore, Detroit. Who wins that?
Baltimore wins his first championship.
Oh.
And he walks away with the MVP in the league. He'll MVP in the league.
Oh, double
and
Super Bowl
in the
MVP.
Super Bowl.
Hey,
What you got, Eve? What you got?
Sal, is that cup empty?
Huh?
Is that cup empty? OG's cup. Is this cup empty?
He drunk the bottom out that thing.
Okay.
He drunk the bottom out that thing.
Okay.
I think just watching Kansas City this year and their ability to win any type of game. There's value in being able to win games you got no business winning. Now, of course, a botched snap, a missed field goal, all of that, it is what it is. So I see them coming out of the AFC, right? I do. Coming out of the NFC, what Saquon Barkley has meant to the Philadelphia Eagles, he's been a calming presence.
And he's fresh because he took last week off.
And the fact that Nick Sirianni, in some people's minds, was on the hot seat because he wasn't the right fit or too much energy and this and that. All of that distraction, and you put somebody like Saquon Barkley in your locker room. Everything that was going on with the receiving core. Can you pass it? Can you do this? Saquon Barkley has been the stabling force and the leader in that locker room. And because of that, I think the Eagles make it to the Super Bowl.
All right, but Kansas City snipes them?
Yeah.
Okay, so Kansas City wins and the Eagles, Chiefs, Super Bowl. Narcs, my folks, everybody got to step to the mic.
Non-athletic guys.
Non-athletes.
Non-athletes, sorry.
Non-athletes.
That was the other. That was the other. That's my bad.
You started some shit. Yeah, started some shit.
That's my fault.
You sound like James. So everybody
in the NFL game?
No, everybody gonna get their due with the mic. I'm about to go reload. I want everybody to say who's gonna be in the Super Bowl and who's gonna win the Super Bowl. So who's up first? Go get it. Go get it, big dog.
Chiefs.
And Lions.
Chiefs, Lions. Chiefs, Lions. Chiefs gonna win it. That's what I got. Chiefs gonna win it. Chiefs. Chiefs gonna win it. I got Chiefs. I think Mahomes puts it together.
You gotta jump up to the mic, though.
They're gonna win.
All right.
Oh, he's biased. He got on an Eagles shirt.
Eagles gonna take care of business.
He got an Eagles shirt on.
Right. That was easy.
That was easy.
He's getting ready.
That's hometown.
Chiefs is taking it. I mean, the experience is there. The skill level is there. Keep Chiefs.
Oh, my Lord. God.
I'm gonna give him.
That's he just watching.
I'm gonna give him a lie. I think
watching
Lions
games.
gonna get there.
Just watching. Ain't nobody watching film. There's a difference in watching games and watching film.
Yeah.
There's a difference in watching games and watching
It's
film.
going to be the Chiefs and the Bears.
Man, if we don't get out of
Cut back on that goosey.
The Chargers knocked out first round.
here. Yeah.
Who you got for real, Eugene?
Chiefs winning it all. Get to the Eagles.
So how is Patrick Mahomes not the MVP when everybody is choosing the Chiefs?
Because it's the team.
They're
They
not
have the
choosing
best.
the Chiefs.
Just like
They have the best coach.
Brady's the best quarterback.
They have the best coach, the best defensive coordinator, the best defensive player.
I think Charles Brady's the
Right?
best quarterback.
That's
You
why.
believe in the hype.
It's a package deal.
Yes,
It's a package deal.
But who's the head of the snake?
Yeah, but I'm saying
Who's the head of
when
the
you're
snake?
in one of those battles, who do you trust? What coach in the playoffs right now do you trust more than Andy Reid?
Andy Reid.
Give me a coach of any of the playoff teams.
That's great. That's all great. That's all great. But Andy Reid's not taking snaps.
Yeah, but he has the best quarterback in the game taking snaps.
They dumb like we were.
Not this season.
He has the best quarterback.
Not this season.
No, we can't let you die on that hill, or we're gonna leave you dead on that hill.
Right.
But we not
Leave
gonna,
him dead.
Yeah, we're not going back. We're not
dead.
rehashing that. So did you go yet? Everybody said
That's a Kansas City.
As much as I hate
Florida's
Kansas
best
City,
yet, though.
you're right.
It's just-
and I hate Kansas City. I don't want to see him win.
No, I get it.
Raider down the heart, but you are so right. And I just hope somebody
It comes to
knocks
plays.
Kansas
It
City
comes
off
to
this year.
adjustments. This game isn't rocket science, man. If you can go in at halftime and make the right adjustments and have
why
someone to be able
that's
to
why I said
facilitate
Kansas
that,
City.
then that's how you win.
That's why it's Kansas
I
City.
see
Bucky, tell me I'm lying.
Hey, y'all
Tell
keep
me I'm lying.
talking.
I seen it. I seen it happen in
keep
person.
telling me I'm the old head.
I seen it.
I'm gonna go
So
with
I
Sam
know.
Cook. I'm gonna go with Sam Cook. A change is gonna come.
We're not
And it's
telling
gonna
you that.
be
It's gonna be
that
them.
purple.
I
baby.
hope so.
That would be great.
Change.
I'm
It's
not
gonna
great.
come.
I'm not
And it's
mad
gonna
about
be-
that. Okay, one of the things that's happening is y'all gonna see the theme, man. It's like a big fraternity here. And I think the fraternity is bigger than just you play ball in the NFL or NBA. We're gonna have all types of cats coming here, the whole crew coming through here. But we all gather around the last community standing, which is really sports, man. Like this world, this country, times they divide us. They try to say, pick this side or this side, even though you respect both sides. So some of these arguments get spirited, but in reality, you ain't slighting Tom Brady. You just like Elway, that dude, right? And that's how I think it should be, respectful disagreement. So we're trying to promote that right now. That said, one of the biggest things that almost hijacked this show is something that just came out, a bombshell lawsuit that we must discuss. And it's not so much the lawsuit. I don't want y'all diving into deep waters that you never swam in before. If you don't know what happened with the situation, I get it, because not everyone was there. I was there. I know a lot of the details. I read through the 42-page lawsuit and said, damn, for allegations, these sound like some facts in certain respects. Go see my other videos on that. Here we go. The conversation I see that came out of it that was the loudest is about Joy Taylor. It's about women in sports. It's about people. You are silly. You are the dumbest. Levity all day. It's about women in sports. Y'all remember the whole motto. You got to show two guys sit across from the table, one woman in the middle, make sure she's pretty. Don't say much, etc. And then we saw that advance to the place where it was like, oh no, they chiming in, they dropping knowledge, they dropping bombs, they host the whole sports center themselves, etc. But this conversation, us playing sports, you guys playing sports at your level, we've all had to be around this conversation. So it's time to break it down. It's time to really say what it is in terms of placement, men, women, in sports, highest level on sports media. So I'm gonna start with you, Ephraim, because you've been in the business. You worked at Fox, FS1. When you heard the lawsuit, where did it take you in experiences and in emotion?
The thing you get to see and be a part of when you're working on television as an on-air talent, and you've been an athlete, and you've been exposed to all of these things, you get a look behind the curtain. And when I was at FS1, there were some rumblings. It was regime change and all of that. The one thing I always pride myself on, and it's why I've been in this business for over 25 years, is like I respect the workplace. No matter what. Like I never took the fact that I was an athlete, like I wouldn't go into the locker room or when I was playing and disrespect the workplace. I wouldn't feel like something was owed to me or I get to do this because I was that.
Man or woman.
Man or woman.
Workplace. That's a great place to start, yeah.
And I've also had colleagues that didn't respect the workplace. And they open themselves up to doing things that you wouldn't normally do at a workplace based on what you used to do. Right?
Yeah.
Because you feel like, hey, I'm in this rarefied air. I've done what I've done. I get to do what I want to do. But being someone who's not in sport, like when I go write, when I'm in the writer's room, I can't walk into the writer's room and kick my feet up on the table and talk about, I had to block Bruce Smith and not like do all of that. Like nobody cares about that. So you really have to conduct yourself
as a professional.
If you don't, you're going to open yourself up to things like this. There are a lot of beautiful people on these sets, whether it be hair, makeup, co-hosts, all of this. It's not a bar. It's not a bar. Right? Like you can't go to work like you at the club or at the bar and treat people like that. This is the problem. This is the line that's blurred. You guys are together. When you're on the crew, you're traveling together, you're working, you're doing this and you do that. It's very intimate settings, but they're not intimate. They're work settings. And I don't drink alcohol, never have.
Me either.
So I've never been in a I've never been in a situation where I didn't know what was going on. Right? I'm not going to be with my coworkers out drinking and something inappropriate happens. I've prided myself on that. What happens is you start doing things like that and you open yourself up to, doing something that others may take a certain way. And based on who you are, there's a power dynamic there.
Yeah.
And I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
I've seen some crazy things. I'm like, man, y'all tripping.
I know, and that's just the wildest part. So when the lawsuit hits and you read through the allegations, and the first thing you're supposed to say is, okay, innocent till proven guilty. Like in this country, you're supposed to say that. But then your experiences start to just fight that and say, dog, I know so-and-so, I know this and that, I've been through this situation, and then it puts you in a different place. Different place than them, different place than most of the fans out there. A lot of assumptions made, and sometimes they fall flat, and sometimes, no, you dead on. You worked in the industry for many years, NFL Network, et cetera. When you saw the lawsuit, where did it take you?
So years ago, being at NFL Network, we had gone through similar things.
Oh, yeah.
And the big thing coming out of that lawsuit was, as we go from being on the playing field and in the locker room to the workplace, if you don't understand the differences, you can make serious mistakes. And the one thing that, we love about working together, it does give us that feel of the locker room.
Yeah.
But we ain't in the locker room.
Hell no.
And so you have to change your behavior appropriately. And so when you talk about the workplace and respecting that and understand what the lines are, it is understanding what the lines are. And it's also the people, the higher-ups, understanding that, hey, these guys are transitioning from what I call Candyland, the pro football world, to the real workplace. Sometimes you have to show them how to be professionals, not just in front of the camera, but how they act away from the camera. Because it's a lot. It's new.
But those learned behaviors, because I'm I'm transparent. When I was playing, I got introduced to a world, like you said, Candyland, that I didn't think existed. I went to small school, Columbia. We never took an airplane to a game. I never had a training table, all that. So I get to the NFL. Not only is it like, steak and shrimp on the plane, and I was like, this is a charter plane, and every flight attendant is fine, and we ain't got to wear seatbelts, and then when cell phones come out, you can be on the phone when we take it off and landing, and then I get on a regular flight, I'm like, what they doing? Like, I'm walking through the plane when we take it off, he's like, can you sit down? I'm uncivilized, right? I'm not gonna lie to y'all, the massage therapists that come, beginning in a training camp, it's 3 of them, 2 of them cute, 1 of them fine. Okay, I think she's the best at massaging, right? Next thing you know, that's my girlfriend. Nobody knows. And I'm like, you used to blur those lines because it was consensual. Like, a lot of times they would come for that access to get that close to you, that proximity, and then you catch notice. Next thing you know, we cool. No lawsuits, no issues, no problems. But then you get into this workplace, and I remember, because I was like, dog, this feels different. And I used to see the setup always happening. The club, the bar, was the makeup room. I was like, do not go in that room. Don't go in that room unless you're ready.
Tell you what.
Am I wrong?
In and out.
In and out.
Like, hang out in the makeup room.
I'd rather be sweaty on air and look in the mess. They're like, Wiley, you look dusty. I'm like, yeah, but I ain't in that makeup room because that's the setup, right? And then every single one of these incidents, and it's not to indict the makeup artist, it's saying that's the breeding ground. When you get the athletes who's got somebody beautiful on his face for 20 minutes, multiple times a day, and she's like, look, you don't know my motivations, but let's talk through it, right? I saw that. That's where it took me. And it is like, here we go again in terms of that. But somebody over there in the real world experiences obviously knows or felt something when they saw this lawsuit. See you, JG. I see, oh, God. Miles Davis, yeah. The two main characters over there.
So
what y'all think about it?
I think you can cut straight to the chase. One of the allegations is that the head executive co-signed all of this and was getting with Joy.
Great point.
Right? And Joy was the one telling this makeup artist, go along to get along. So if Joy is getting that, and I don't know if that's true or not true.
Allegedly,
if she's having a thing with this higher up guy who was crusty and,
leave Charlie alone.
It's a power trip, right?
Oh, yeah.
So forget anything about football, forget anything about anything else. It's what you do when you have the power.
It's power. Power dynamic.
And when you can flex on people, and that's why Russell Simmons is living in freaking Bali. That's why Brett Ratner hasn't shown his head. That's why these guys from the entertainment industry, from the movie and music industry are hiding, because they flex their power.
Yep. Diddy is
right?
up
So
where
if
Diddy
this
is.
guy is flexing power and everybody under him sees him flexing power and they're saying it's okay, then it's going to happen. And it's going to be wrong, and everybody's going to be in trouble.
All right, JG, what you thinking?
And that's
want to say this.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about starting from the top. And you're dead on. If the culture comes from the top and it's lax, when I started with Fox Sports Radio many years ago, and it was the culture, but then you knew you had certain people when you go on these road trips, and Out of Bounds was on the road to NASCAR. We in every city, football across the country. And the road trips are the most dangerous. Because what happens, the road trips, especially when you're doing radio, we do a lot of traveling together. And you build bonds with people, and some people laugh, some people don't. And it's all fun and games until it's not.
Until it's time.
And the fact is that, people can talk about the White House and whatever you want to talk about in the Dallas days, but everything was good until it wasn't.
We coming back to the White House because we might have something even more than I
But go ahead.
I forgot.
It's all good.
Let's stay on this, but White House is next.
It's kind of piggybacking off what he said, because I worked in TV for a long time, and when I read that whole lawsuit, nothing of it, as controversial as it seems, nothing of it seemed abnormal. Like, that is the norm. Employees and talent and VPs and all upper management, that is a normal thing
Get down.
where chicks are doing X, Y, Z to get where they need to be.
Right.
People don't like to hear it, but it is what it is.
No, you're right in that respect. Like, it takes two, and then
it's on both
typically, it's going, especially in sports, it's going to be the man who has the power or the platform. Like, if you look at all the hosts, how many women are hosting shows versus men? We get it. But this is what caught me off guard. I'm not going to lie. All of that I said, yep, same old, just different names, same old. The Charlie Dixon element really caught me off guard because of all those things, I'd heard those rumors or knew that was true. Like, I read through all the allegations, all 42 pages. I was like, okay, that's real. They told me that. Oh, yeah. Ooh, the only one that made me say, what? Was that it came from the top down. If you remember, friend of mine, Charlie Dixon, friend of mine, Jamie Horowitz, was released for harassment issue, right? So I never thought in the turnover of the regime from Jamie Horowitz, who's doing amazing right now, and Charlie Dixon, that would still be the culture. I never thought that. Now, as I sit here in my home basement studio, thank you for Fathead right here, on the rocks, presented by Fathead. As we sit here, people start hitting me. They say, Wiley, you never knew fully why it was starting to get weird at the end. And I didn't. I'm on show with Acho. I've known Joy Taylor before she was born. Like literally I knew her since hello because Jason Taylor and I came out the same year. That's my dog. And I was like, oh, that's your little sister running around the field, et cetera. That's how it started. She comes in, and all of this in complexion looked to me like Emmanuel Acho comes onto my show after Jason Whitlock leaves. It was kind of like some ninth inning stuff. We were like, we scrambling, it's COVID. Jason Whitlock is doing his own thing, independent. Pat McAfee is killing it. And Jason's like, let me do my thing. I said, go get it, big dog. I get Emmanuel Acho, and I'm like, all right, young gunner. I could tell, that young running back. I'm OG. He let him get some carries. And I'm like, damn, he can run. But he wanted it so much that I was like, me and you ain't the same because I'm not going to do everything to go get it. I'm going to do it my way, not anyway. So that was fine. Me and him talked through this. I'm not saying anything out of turn, out of pocket. Then Joy comes into the conversation from Undisputed to the Herd, and now it's like a couple people in the building like, Wiley, guess what? Man, they plotting behind your back. I said, so? Like, that's what you're supposed to do. Like, I had meetings with Charlie. I know everybody got a meeting. I said, now, thing is, I'm not going to do something against you that's going to hurt you unless I tell you, right? I'm saying I'm thinking of a new show without you. That was my only issue. You look up, and then I'm like, Joy is like now, hey, Marcellus, what are they telling you? Because they telling me this. Acho saying the same. And I just thinking it's talent on talent. I'm like, look, I'm a fend for myself. The deal was fine. I could have still made a lot of money at Fox doing what I'm doing. But then I start saying, why are they even changing it up in the first place? When that Charlie element came in yesterday and unlocked it, I said, oh. I swear to y'all.
Sometimes you can't.
I never saw that allegedly there could be a love triangle in the positive way of I'm getting squeezed because Charlie and Joy and Acho are all running the triangle on me. Because, shut your ass. But peep game. So that turned into my deal look weird. My deal look different. My deal looks a little off.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, well, you know, it's football. Like, you know, put me on defense. I'll defend.
On to the next.
And then things were acting weird. Things were acting different. Things were looking, and I'm like, when I read that lawsuit, yeah. I said, wait a minute. I ain't getting along with the get along. And that's why it ain't gonna go.
Make you a narp.
Oh.
That part.
That part threw me off. That part threw me off. So that was the only, now, this is all allegedly. Because I'm not gonna lie, and I've said this before. The Acho Joy rumors, I've been heard. I'm never gonna be the one to promote them. I was like, yeah, I've been heard that. The Charlie, the Joy argument, that element, I never heard of that. And I never thought about it. And it makes me look at everything that went down with me and others a lot differently. So while we on this, I'm looking at you, OG. The White House.
Yeah.
Well, before we get into that,
okay.
I want to say this.
Please do.
Okay. Yeah. You brought it up.
Before we get into that,
example,
I want to say this.
Please move on from that.
In life, in life, there's a series of opportunities or things that you're faced with. The reality is, what are you willing to do to get what you want?
That.
Yeah.
Right? The bottom line is, what are you willing to do to get what you want? And everybody's moral code is different.
Facts.
Right? Like some people are like, I'll do anything to get what I need or get what I want. And some people are like, nah, it may take longer, but I got to do it my way.
Yeah, and I'm the latter.
And a lot of those situations, we're built into, especially now into a society where instant gratification, we want to speed things up. Mm-hmm. Like, I've been grinding in this business for a long time.
Yeah.
So to me, it's like, it is what it is.
It's what it is.
Mm-hmm. I was on television where offensive linemen were not on television.
True that.
Right? Like, I was trying to, it was only 3 sports stations.
Yeah.
There was no streaming. There was no any of that. So I come from a situation where someone had to cancel, and I was a last-minute replacement, and you come in there and burn that thing down. Everybody like, oh, well, snap, who's that? Right?
Get out the mud.
And that's the difference, right? So I approach everything like a 7th-round draft pick.
Yeah.
Everybody want to be a first-rounder now. Mm-hmm. So when you come into a situation, and you like, oh, I can go to there, and all I got to do is that, or then let's run it. That's a you thing. Then when things start going awry, then you pull that eject cord.
Yeah.
You pull that cord.
And in that lawsuit, what was wild, there was an eject cord. Like, look,
it's always one.
If this all go bad,
one.
I'ma say they pressured me.
It's always one.
They forced me. They came on to me, and I was like, I mean, it's wild because these are allegations, but when allegations map onto your reality in some form of context, you just look at them different, right? Mm-hmm. And without trying to like go forward, because I still believe in the innocence of it all. Like, look, you were there for how many years and never said a word, and then all of a sudden, but at the same time, I gotta check myself. Like, how many things you heard, Marcellus, you didn't say because you're like trying to respect and protect. And I wasn't in it. Mm-hmm. Like, I had lived enough in football. I had learned that my second round self, take your time, Be patient.
You was out there in them streets. We know.
No, I lived it.
I know.
Lived it. I was like, I'm out here winning. I am not going somewhere where I am winning and gonna make it a loss. I'm not going to work to lose. I'm going to work to win. And then I saw it, like you said, I see cat after cat. I was like, dog, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? And then sniper, sniper, sniper every single time. So this conversation is like, some people are saying, is it an inevitable dynamic that when you have former athletes, hosts, powerful people, and women, and all of them integrated, that this is just par for the course? Do y'all think that's the way it is? Or is there a way? Because they shooting at everybody now. Every woman on the show right now, unfortunately, is taking some L's right now. Because they're thinking that you had sex for success, right? Unfortunately. My thing is there a place, is there a space where that dynamic doesn't exist? Because in my experience, hate to say it,
I think.
I mean,
I
know, but I think because
Part of the game.
we're in Tinseltown, we in Hollywood, and the game, no matter where you look, to the right, to the left,
Game is the game.
it's the game is the game. And the fact is that you can go through time, and it ain't changed.
first story of life.
Everybody's
Snake
trying,
and apple.
And guess what? And everybody's trying to get to the top.
I want to go, man.
Tree of life.
And
Everybody can't.
may it be. I remember the first time they brought your name into the Fox world, and I say, boy, that's a powerful dude. And I'm not, and I said, different. The fact is, articulate. And, that's when you couldn't say certain things. I started with ESPN, and they told me I couldn't do it. I moved over to Fox to say what the hell I want.
Yeah, Fox.
You know what I'm saying?
Fox was wide open.
Right? You remember? I mean, because I started.
Talking like you know it.
I started with ESPN, and they were like, James, you can't do that. And then I went to Out of Bounds, created my own show, Out of Bounds.
Yeah.
And then, guess what? I'm going to tear up a verb, screw a vowel up, and kill an adjective every once in a while. You know what I'm saying? And people would just like, what the hell?
Right.
But then the rules changed. Then they started trying to bring the females in. And it was just totally different. And they tell you what you can and cannot do. And you know that particular female was climbing the ladder at that point in time.
See, that's what's so touchy about it and real about it. Like, it's because you said, like, duh, why you got to exclude one of the two genders? But then you're like, duh, do you know what you're creating? This is gas and fire about the mix.
I remember the first time, they let the girls, the women, behind the blue curtain in Dallas. The blue curtain is when you were able to come and interview in the female piece. It changed.
Yeah.
You got Charles Haley on our team walking around butt naked.
I'm not talking to you no more.
Okay.
Butt
naked.
I already know where this going.
I already know.
When they changed it,
Flashback.
Charles would not
He gonna
put
be
on
Charles.
clothes.
He gonna be Charles.
Yeah.
He gonna be Charles. Because he's walking around like that anyway.
Yep. Here's my
So now you gonna bring females into and tell Charles, wait, it's media time. Do you think Charles Haley care?
No, and I think
No. So the fact is, it took the change.
I think with all of it, when you talk about in that space, when you're mixing athletes and different levels of talent together, what you have is like our superpower is also our fatal flaw.
Yeah.
So we all are intensely competitive in anything. I remember being in locker rooms and everyone was like, oh, you got the new J's? And you just sit the J's out in the locker so they could be like, ooh, you got that. Just like it all became competitive over cars and all that. So now you take the same people who've had the same mindset, you put them in a workspace where everything is still intensely competitive. And they're always used to winning. And so whatever you say in the locker room, it's about getting the win because all of our life we've been competing in some way, shape, or form. And so until you're able to check that part of yourself and understand, keep the main thing, you can struggle in those environments because you lose focus because you go right back to that person that you've always been since you've been 7 years old, competing.
Get to the mic.
Yeah. And get off the pool table, damn it. She costs $30.
The time has changed with culture, right? It's a different time. Social media is different. The power stroke is different. People can now make allegations that you're guilty now just off an allegation.
Oh, you don't think I know about that?
You know, you know what I mean?
They went 30 years back on me. I was like, I was in.
Because they opened the statute of limitations.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So it's just as a different game now because people been doing it. The power game has been happening since hello, right? As you would say. It's been happening. It's just a different game now. Somebody can come out, put your name in a lawsuit, and you guilty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just a different day and age and a different game. Social media. Celebrities aren't celebrities anymore. Everybody's accessible.
Yep.
You know what's interesting about this? Because I know you work with a lot of celebrities. He's a chef, world-renowned chef. And I ain't gonna put the celebrities out there, but the point is you've seen it. And what's crazy about social media is because it democratized what celebrity was. Because at first it used to be celebrity like Michael Jordan. Ooh, look at him in that Ferrari. Oh my God, I see him once a week and that's it. And where's Juanita? You know what I mean? Like that's all you knew. And then now, dog, my boy who lives at the top of the hill from here just moved, sold his house, and he sold it to a social media influencer. Meanwhile, he is one of the most respected and wealthy family offices in the world, and he's selling it to somebody on TikTok, getting their money. And I was like, he's like, yeah, that's how it went. 26-year-old woman. Point being, when it got democratized, I think one of the unintended consequences was, oh, we all celebrities now.
Everybody is celebrity.
So, and there was some envy, there was some little jealousy, like I'm gonna snipe you because I'm a celeb and you a celeb, but you're an established celeb. I'm gonna show that I'm the same as you. Yeah. But the whole world started to eat its own and started to just say anything about anybody. And they know we ain't got the attention span or the concern to read 42 pages. Nope. I was up last night with my son, like, I gotta do my homework because I don't like to sound naive. Right. Yeah. I did the same thing. The same feeling happened to me when BLM hit. And I got called a lot of bad names. And I said, you can call me anything but a liar. I read the whole mission statement. And I swear, everybody I knew was honking their horns and posters and chanting. And I was like, what they stand for? And nobody had a full, concise answer. And I said, let me read what they doing. And I wasn't doing it to hate. I was doing it to inform myself. So then when I did honk, stop, honey, my wife kept saying, honk. I was like, for what? I'm already black. What I got to honk for? And she's like, honk. And then I said, once I know what they're standing for, I will. And once I read it, I was like, oh, this is not what I thought it was. What I don't think is happening in this way. People are trying to climb, and we're all in the race together. Jordan and celebrity ain't exclusive no more. Like I could go get you. I don't care who you are. I could be a makeup artist. You could be the biggest star on this network. All I gotta do is say hello, get you in this compromised position, and then I could pull you down. You guys seen that? Is that kind of like the way you guys are seeing it go down?
Thank the Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, but also, cats are on some bullshit.
That part. That part.
Forget that. People are power hungry, especially in LA. There's a lot of ego here. Whether you're with Fox Sports or ESPN or CAA or WME, or
CAA,
whatever.
Yeah,
people in power grasp that power and they take advantage of it.
Social media is a drug, right? And it's a platform that everybody has access to.
Yeah.
And you can turn it on and turn it off whenever you want to. So it's not like you have to be on a TV show or a movie or a Golden Globes that we saw last night. Everybody can turn on their phone and have 15 million viewers and say the exact same thing that somebody would have to wait to get on an ESPN or Fox News to say. You can say it instantly and get it out to your network, which may have more viewers than ESPN.
And them.
True. You know what I'm saying? So with that turns you into an instant celebrity, an instant platform. You have your own platform, and you have your own followers who believe what you say. So it changes it. The power platform is different.
And not only that, but a girl may not be the most innocent person in the world, but she's taking a collective of experiences with these people that she can hold against them.
Yes.
And she's pushing it. And all of a sudden, that becomes the narrative. We don't know anything about her. We haven't heard any of her stories.
And she's been doing what dudes have been doing since jump. So why blame her for doing what dude's been doing?
I'll take.
Break that down. Break that down. Say it again and say it slower. And look, hey, first of all, flip your Lions gear around.
Come on, talk to me.
Simba is tripping. All right, there you go.
Talk to me. She's been doing what dude's been doing from Jump Street, meaning using her platform to get what she wants, basically, right? So dude's been doing it, and
Did dude start that, or did that start on their side?
No, dude started.
Oh,
Dude started.
You can't be cute at 11 and go anywhere. Like you can't go to the grocery store and buy no now laters and so.
Yeah, because you saw
everybody
came out of high school.
We build up our offense and defense as kids, right? There's only 3 relationships we live out: our mama relationship, our daddy relationship, whether they were there or not, and then your childhood, right? So that's what an adult life is. It's just trying to unravel all of that and trying to explore a new territory.
People should also, based on what you want to do, be able to work in a work environment where you can just go to work.
Yep.
How about that? How about?
I love that.
How about? But
sounds good.
But this is the
that
reality. The reality. I get it. But the reality of it is.
Have you ever been somewhere where that was reality? Foolproof? Nowhere.
Well, yeah, no, because I'm a boss. I have my own production company.
Facts. I know.
So I can create that environment. It starts with me.
That's true.
But
right?
when you was an athlete, it wasn't that environment because you had the upper hand as an athlete.
In terms of what? Like I didn't.
Locker room.
Yeah, but the locker room is the locker room. I'm talking about if I hire some people to come work at my house.
But have you fired anyone ever?
Across the board.
I fired people before.
Well, ethically, because they step out of line, so there's never a perfect place.
No,
you
but
gotta
you
correct.
should, like if I go to work, right? Like if I come here, I should be able to come here and sit down on this couch without you hitting on me.
Marcellus a little freaky.
Really? Like no. But just as an example, like
one more drink, y'all. One more drink.
This is like I really love this show. I love the energy. I love the platform. And
you start doing this. Hey, this fool funny. He funny.
Right? But I should be able to. Now, it's easy for me to say that as a 6'8", 285-pound man.
Great point.
But
You gotta tell us your height.
I'm just letting you know.
You got flex on us like that.
My fault, Narps. My bad, Narps. I see a bunch of 5'8s over there. Hey.
But they was all talking about respect. And the first thing we can beat y'all in basketball.
DNA is
we
the real
just
thing.
post that up.
Hey, man, it happens.
Well,
But just let me put a button on it. Let me put a button on it. But just, I think we're in an era now, especially with social media and everybody has a voice, whether they deserve one or not. We're in an era where if I'm a makeup artist, if I'm a cameraman or a camerawoman or a set designer, I should be able to do my job.
Facts.
And come home.
But I will.
That's it.
I got to retort to that. No, you go. You haven't said anything, but I'm gonna add.
In this new world, I'm so worried about my kids growing up.
Oh, that part.
And teaching them because, like you said, you should be able to be a makeup artist, videographer, chef, and be able to go into your job office and be able to not get hit on. But this new day and age, people are going into their office looking for any little thing so they can get a come up.
Yeah,
that's the bad part.
In LA, though.
That's the bad part.
In LA.
And that's the scariest part. And that's the scariest thing in today's world. Because people are going looking for stuff and people are just jumping at whatever they hear and not knowing the facts. There's always two sides to the story.
Yeah, but in LA in particular is employee-driven. LA is employee-driven. LA lawyers, LA lawsuits, they're going to go for the employee over the employer.
Yeah.
Off the rap.
Right.
So, like, they're going to, if an employee.
That's because the
that's
employer is
California law.
But
that is California law.
Here's the thing. Is it generational? I'm 57. I remember when
second oldest.
When Phyllis George got on TV on CNN. Phyllis George, the first woman on the sideline. Right, see?
Phyllis George? Am I missing something?
No, yes. Absolutely missing something.
CBS, NFL Today.
It was Phyllis George, and then it was Jane Kennedy.
Oh, pioneer.
Right? So
Jane
guys,
I ain't miss Jane Kennedy.
When the guys who are my age and your age, old head, age out of this business, and things may change a bit. I think there's a lot of things that are still holding on.
There's a level to this that we haven't even touched yet, And look, y'all know me, man. I live on the third rail because I'm like, if you live there.
And that thing is always on.
Yeah.
Shit, I'll be like, motherfucker crazy.
It ain't electric. It ain't gonna kill me if I'm used to it, right? So I live there. Here's the level that I've noticed. In every workplace, I will admit, makeup artist, hairdresser, talent, host, if you want to come to work and just go to work and go home, including me when I was at Fox, you can do that. Ain't nobody tripping.
It's a choice.
All they gonna do is clown you here and there. Why don't you kick it?
Marcellus, you don't know that.
No, I do know that because I experienced that. That's my experience. No,
You don't know the behind-the-scenes combo.
Oh, well, no. First of all, I'm not caring what you're thinking about me more than I think about myself. So you can talk about me, and all they're gonna do is clown. They used to do it. They did it on air, off air.
Let's say you have a kid, and somebody comes to you, and your job is on the line.
No, you're not. No, I'm not there yet, but I'm gonna get there. This is the other part. In that makeup room that all this is going down, and there are 3 women sitting there saying, these dudes are really hitting on us.
That's where it gets salacious.
It gets a little weird, right? And maybe one wants it and the other 2 don't. But there are other women in that makeup room who ain't nobody hitting on because all the alerts, pheromones, whatever you want to, is saying, please, stop playing. Good luck, right? I mean, am I missing something? You're right. And then they ain't a part of this conversation. And then they're like, these bad apples, my homegirl, who's single, so I'm gonna be nice to her, but damn, she doing the most. Yeah. Is now taking it out of hand. And then we on air, and this man, how long you been married?
18 years, 19, going on 19 years.
Triple OG marriage, right? OG. And so he going to work and he going back. He got the little boys that are bigger than him, his wife. He ain't tripping. But then it's somebody that we talking to in the lawsuit that we know. He was like, yeah, I'll catch you later. I'm gonna text you after I leave here. You're like, dog, we already off air. What you doing? How long you gonna stay here? Yeah. Exactly. And to me, that's the real conversation of how you almost signed a permission slip to a degree if you want this to be around you or with you. Am I missing something? Because every time I look back retroactively, I was like, there were some people who absolved of this, escaped this. And then there are some people, like, it just seems like it came around them in part because at least they put their pinky up in the air.
People know what they want. People go into a position understanding what they want to get out of that position. Yeah. So they go into it understanding what that silver lining is, what that ceiling is for them, and they're going to go get it, right? Period. Everybody does it. So if you see something, I'm going to go get it. I'm in this position. I'm in an entry-level position, but I want to get to that position. I'm going to rub elbows. I'm going to go out and have drinks. I'm going to go out and have dinner with whoever I got to get to get to that position.
Social climb.
Yeah, that social climb is real, right?
Thing.
Eugene, I know Eugene, like, let me stay out of this.
The problem with social climbing is you can't play victim
when
you know
when you fall down that ladder.
Intention.
Yeah. After you fall down that ladder a little bit, how many times you gonna go to Javier's girl talking about, we talking about work? You're like, no.
I mean, but when it doesn't work out to your favor, that's the only time you claim victim, though.
So wait a minute.
That's what I'm saying. You can't play victim when you know what you was doing.
Y'all stop.
No, I know where you're going.
You know what you're doing? You're blaming the victims right now.
Don't do that.
Well, some of them.
No, I'm not.
All of you are. What you're saying is that people just say, forget it, I'm going in. No, there's a power dynamic, guys.
We're talking about the people who have intentions.
We're talking about
people
the ones
who
that
are
have
worried
intentions
about their
that know what
job.
they're doing.
This lady says that Joy Taylor said, go along.
I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that.
That's the topic.
I'm not talking about that.
But that's something different.
That's the topic.
I'm trying to address the whole circumference. But you are right.
Have a direct intention.
We're talking about a young lady with a child who ascended to the top of her profession.
And didn't ask Skip Bayless allegedly to think she cute. Like, Skip, I'm cute. Don't think I'm cute. Leave me alone.
She knows how to keep herself done.
You're right.
And it's a bunch of people who are taking advantage of that.
Yeah, it's not her job.
It's not her job.
It's not her job.
She shouldn't even be faced with that.
Tell you
on a daily
to leave me alone.
To leave me alone. That's not her job.
That's true.
That's not her job. Her job is to come make sure you're presentable on camera. She shouldn't have to go into work being like, damn, I got to tell them
every day.
Like,
7 years.
Thank you, I'm cute. Thank you, I get it. No, I don't want to go. No, like, that to me would be exhausting.
That is.
right?
1.5.
Now you could have your one of your coworkers who wants the compliments, who's doing all of that.
Right.
The thing is, it just starts all blending in together.
It does.
It just all starts blending in together. And so just like look, in the locker room, if we have a big game and we go out to win, after a win we go out to the club or to the bar, I don't drink. But Marcellus is just
Hydrated.
Just hydrated.
Hydrated.
So now he got his shirt off in the club. Right?
Oh, a lot of laughs.
Now he got
them girls were laughing.
his shirt off in the club. Now he's up on the bar. Right? They're like, hey man, come down off the bar.
No camera
Come down off
phones.
the bar. I'm trying to get him down off the bar. But tomorrow it reads the Jacksonville Jaguars
Oh, yeah.
were in here.
Way back
I was
then.
in there. Right? But I'm like,
I was chilling.
and that's where all the lines begin to get blurred.
That's a great.
Right? I'm in the situation. We're in here doing the same thing. We're on the same team. We go out. We're seen collectively as a whole now. Right? If one girl wants it, then they all want it. That's the mentality of somebody who's is a deviant. Right? Like if she wanted, then she. The power dynamic is, of course, they want me because I'm here. Of course. Why? How could they not want to be with me? Right? How could they not want to be? I'm the exec here. I run this whole thing. I can make all your dreams come true. How can you not want that? Well, I just want to do makeup. I just want to come do makeup.
Right.
That's it. I just want to come do makeup.
He dropped
And it's more insidious than that. You're giving them credit. These cats are like, they're not saying, how could you not want it? They're saying, I don't care if you want it or not.
You gonna get it.
You're going to get it. Harvey Weinstein is walking out of the bathroom with his robe open.
Yep, you gonna get it, whether you want it or not.
Get it. Russell Simmons is living in
that ain't
Bali because he said, you're going to get it, whether you like it or not.
That's all done trickled down from
But you know what's
top.
crazy? I got 3 daughters, 4 kids, and it's like my oldest, respectfully, thankfully, man, she just never had any of that inclination in her, whether it's thought or just want to run the streets or club life. Like, she's just not that person. I got 2 young ones, though. You know, I got a 4 and 5-year-old. Who knows how they turn out? They may have my energy. Like, Daddy, I got to be in it.
You don't want that.
Oh, y'all in trouble. They gonna be the power ones in the. They gonna be the.
Right, they gonna be right, exactly.
I got a girl.
They gonna be the defendants.
Look here, man, you gonna take this. And you go, wait a minute.
But point being, it's like I'm really listening. As much as we're having levity and fun with this, I'm really listening to the antidotes, the ways that we can change. Because there's no solution. Let's just get it out the way. Thomas Sowell says it. No solutions, just trade-offs. We're going to have to trade something to get something back in return to change this culture and climate. Because it's something I'm really invested in, experience, and love. I don't want my daughters to one day not, they become basketball players, whatever it may be, just likes the sport. They're a NARP, they're a pro. Who cares? They want to work at Fox. And then they know that the rigors that come from that are something that is going to deter them. That's going to make them say, I don't know, Daddy, I'm pretty, and every time I go there, they don't care about my work, they care about my look. Like, is there any way we could shape and shift this, or are we just going to be back here in 5 more years?
No, I think go ahead.
I just feel like it comes like with sports.
Game is the game.
The OG's gonna teach you.
The rules don't change.
They need to have somebody in there that's older, that's been through this, that's gonna teach these people how it's supposed to go and how it's supposed to be. Because I know me coming in as a free agent, I wouldn't have made it as far as I did if I didn't have Derrick Brooks, A. Barber, those guys in my locker room showing me how to be a pro. Oh, you come to lift extra? Oh, sure, can I lift with you? Yeah. Oh, sure, I'm gonna go do extra. Yeah. They need to have another person like you in there when these young guys come in there to these things saying, hey, I'm overviewing this how it is. Hey, watch this. Hey, this is how you gotta carry yourself. You come in, hey, this is work.
Yeah.
This is work.
Yeah.
You don't gotta compliment her. You can think what you want, but you ain't gotta say it. You know, it's they gotta have people.
But what's wild, this is a class action filing.
Yep.
With the anticipation of more people.
There will be more people.
Oh, they're guaranteed will be more.
There will be more people. As a writer, working in a writer's room, right? You come into a writer's room and you get all that. You got women, you got men, you know, different, whatever you identify as, it's in that writer's room. So within that writer's room, I have to act accordingly. I can't come in there and just, it's not the locker room, it's not, because everybody, more people are NARPs than they're pros.
Yeah, that's why they're here.
They don't know what
There's more of them too.
They don't know what that other side is. So if I come in, I'm like, oh, this is just how it was in the locker room. They're looking at me like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Right, you don't get to, whether someone's beautiful or tall or whatever it is, you don't, and they have these huge company-wide HR meetings with everybody, all the execs, everybody got to be in there. And one of the things is, hey, if you think your coworker is attractive, do you have the right to tell them they're attractive? Not at work.
Nope. Not at work. Nope.
That's not, you can't come in here and be like, man, you're beautiful. Even that, hey, man, you look nice today. Even that. Just human, whether you want anything out of it.
Not only not at work, not anywhere.
Yeah, like that's not.
What do you mean not anywhere?
Not anywhere.
Hold on.
Oh, if you're out at a restaurant or you're at the supermarket.
What song is that? Hold up. Talk to.
Go from the writer's room to the bar and then be hitting on your coworker.
Is it hitting on complimenting?
Yes. I don't know.
That's why you can't do it. That's why you can't do it at work.
But hey,
because that line, nobody knows where that line is.
Complimenting hitting.
Were you complimenting on them? If you like their shoes.
But why are you complimenting?
They don't want
question.
none of that.
Because I ain't saying you fine just to
Keep
be
it to
saying
yourself.
you fine. Am I? I do now.
But see, that's
Yeah,
what I'm
me
asking.
too. I always say, like, ooh,
But it
baby.
depends on how they take the compliment.
But if you do it
that's
too
the
much-
problem.
And a lot of it depends on
If
the
you do it too
power
much,
dynamic.
Can't do it too
If
much.
you
Yeah.
hold the
I'm
power
asking.
dynamic.
Every day I come home, every day I come into work, he tells me that he likes my outfit. It makes me uncomfortable. Now, other people may look at that and be like, you tripping, but to the actual person,
If they feel that way.
because everybody's raised different. Everybody has different levels of comfort, and that's what you have to understand.
Yeah.
Like, something that's normal to everybody else may be different that's why you can't
That's
do
true.
it.
You get fine fatigue. Y'all ever seen somebody who got fine fatigue? Like, I'm tired of you talking about how cute I look. Like,
It's
give
like,
me something
okay,
else.
good.
Well, all right, you look good again.
I got this blouse the same place I got the last one, right? Like,
That is fine
over and
fatigue.
so now you have an expectation of coming to work, like,
Oh, yeah.
and that's why
I got homegirls like that. I got homegirls like that.
But they've been there all their life.
Yeah.
So the fact is, if you
you're
look
right.
good, you know you look good. When you was in the third grade.
Wait a minute. This don't sound right.
OG.
Hey, this is OG.
Triple OG. This triple OG.
No.
You didn't just become fine. OG, you didn't just become fine.
Hey, listen,
HR
that is not
wants to
real.
see
You
him.
didn't just
That
become
is
fine.
not real.
HR wants to see you upstairs.
I'm listening, but
So
that
when
ain't
you
real.
have an opportunity.
Bring your playbook.
When you have an opportunity.
Bring your playbook. What are you
When
talking
you
about?
have, when you have.
Deal with that. If you've been fine your whole life, or for one day, you shouldn't have to deal with that.
Yeah, come on.
No, I'm not
OG.
saying you have to. No, I'm not saying you have to deal with it, but I'm
life
saying
is life. Like,
society.
Look, life is life. It's gonna happen.
You're
Some people
missing the
look good and they don't,
But
and
I'm
like it's
saying
gonna happen.
society.
This whole conversation.
If you are a good-looking,
This is why
let's just say
lawyers get paid what they
good-looking,
get.
a handsome man.
And see, you have to also understand
What?
as the generations pass on, they're not thinking like this.
Nope.
I have twin daughters who are 19. The boys their age don't think like we do.
In what ways? In what ways? How do they think?
And they're not.
And I don't think like James either, damn it.
Because they've been.
Hey, lady, you know you've been fired forever. Come here. I don't think like that.
I didn't say that. I didn't say come here.
I mean,
It's different.
come over here, sit on daddy lap. You know you're saying that.
It's a different game. No, listen.
I'm not.
That's like saying, look, I've been playing football forever, so come on and hit me. Like, well, hell no. Nobody hit me no more. There's a certain point enough. Enough.
I'm saying a woman or a man,
Okay.
not a woman or a man.
We heard it the first time.
When you are a handsome dude, you walk into a room full of women.
Ain't nobody telling you how good you look. And how.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You saw his face. You saw his face.
Time out. I don't know, bro.
And I'm the best looking motherfucker in here.
Oh, no.
That salt and pepper got you feeling away.
Yeah, that's high blood pressure.
Hey, that's what it is.
And I'm single, ladies.
Hey,
And I'm single.
And he the oldest.
and I'm not.
And he the oldest.
But my point that I say to you, On camera.
The White House still lives.
Not single.
The White House is still
I will say this, as most of us, I don't know how many guys in here has daughters or not.
Yeah.
Two.
I got a daughter. Marcellus got 2. You got 2.
Damn, don't count my other one too.
You got 3. My bad. She grown.
She older than us. Yeah, for real.
But there's a different game, the way that these young girls are being raised and the way that they're coming up with what they're aspiring to be. I think your point was these young guys aren't looking at coming in a power structure. There's more, I don't know if this is to be fact or not, but there's a lot of Fortune 500 companies that are ran by women.
Oh, yeah, fact.
Right?
Fact.
So with that being said, there are more women who have the power shift, the power shift to come in and make these decisions. So these young girls are coming up looking at that power shift and that power dynamic.
You want to have a combo or JG, listen to this.
They're using that to their advantage.
Hold on, JG, that's what I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna lie. If I get my booty touched by another executive when I was in the business that was a woman, because like they were like, oh, I'm unique to this power, and then they'd be like, whoa, and I'm like, what? So it's not good for the goose, what's good for the gander? Because the flip, I'm not trying to, I'm giving you the experiences. My booty and my pec, you know how I used to say I take my shirt off?
You stop saying booty.
Okay, so too much. And look,
Now you sound like you older than me.
that is an old ass man.
You know how many times they touch my booty? I'm like, hey, man, what are you doing?
Really?
I know what he's saying. Like, whoever has the power flexes.
Of course.
And I've seen a lot of women in the power position. I'm like, you cut through the rope. Like, there was a rope up, like, don't touch me, because and I can feel how women feel in that respect.
And it's shifting.
Seriously.
My point is it's shifting. AI is shifting. ChatGPT. If you're not with that, you're going to be left behind. So the way that they're looking at it these days, there's a different access and accessibility that's out there to everybody.
Okay.
So you either get on or get off at this point.
Well, won't you get off the mic, because I see Eugene want to say something. I got to hear this. Eugene. Everybody give Eugene love. Yeah, G, first word. First word.
This dynamic of girls, right? Fortune 500 females, CEOs and stuff. But now you got the rise of what's called the Sigma males, the Andrew Tates, the men are turning. You know, you're seeing a different flavor of men, different challenges, right?
Like something was stolen from them.
Yeah. Right? Like we didn't. I know a bunch. I know Sigma males. I think everyone here's. Beta. I don't know about. Yeah, alpha, beta, right? Most winning, being competitive, right? I'm worried about my boys about.
I know, like, you don't even
That
know where the
dynamic.
landmines are, because they just moving, and the girls, everything. What were you saying, JG? It was the argument of whoever has the power flexes?
I just feel like it works on both sides.
I seen it.
It only gets channeled when it's the men doing it, but there's a lot of women now with the change of tide in power, and they're literally doing the same exact thing.
Treadmill in the bedroom.
Where they at?
It's the
Flying
same, it's literally the same thing.
Where-
It's up to you to decide if you want to entertain it or not. It's you. You want to entertain it or you're not going to entertain it. That's what it is.
Power doesn't have a gender assignment.
There you go. True.
Right? It's not the male or the female, it's the power.
Yeah.
And whoever has the power in their mind makes the rules.
Yeah.
And so we keep like, oh, well, he, and then she was down here, and he, but if you flip it, having that amount of power, being a gatekeeper, being able to change someone's life is morally corrupting.
Yeah.
Right? It's morally corrupting. Like
if you're morally corrupt.
that part. Because how did you get the power? Right? If you came up at a time where you had to go through hell to get the power, hurt people hurt people.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So now you feel like, oh, I'm going to get my due now. I had to go through this to get to that. So now you got to go through it to get to here. It becomes this vicious cycle and this dynamic that the only way it breaks, I think the hardest job on earth is being a parent, especially today.
Say it.
Right? Like our
Every day they're gonna say
like
it,
my
especially.
parents were born in the 40s in the South. They were just trying to be educated and not killed. right? So they
Survival
raise
mentality.
us to go to school, get a job, so we can better our situations, right? No TV, stay off that, don't play the video games, you gotta go to college, you gotta do that. Us as parents now raising our kids, that world is completely different. I can't sit and tell my son, hey man, that's too much screen time, what, you gonna play video games all day? Yes. And make more than all.
Damn right.
Yes.
Shut up, Daddy.
Right? So the power
Minecraft.
structure and the power dynamic as parents when we're raising our kids, it's different. We're first generation of this, right? We were alive. Well, I'm not sure all of everybody over there.
Yeah, it's generations.
We were the generation that didn't have technology the way we have now, and now we have it.
Yeah.
When we were growing up, there were no cell phones. You had to make a phone call at home.
Yeah.
Right? If you got your own line, you was doing something special. We're the only generation that has that. So we're navigating that. My kids don't know a world where you can't see somebody you talking to.
Oh, playing video games.
They don't know a world where you make a phone call. I was on the phone with my mom, and I'm like, hey, come say hi to your Nana. And they grab the phone. He like, where is she? I'm like, no, man, this is the regular phone call. He's like, hey. I'm like, hey, man, what you? I'm like, what you doing? He's like, hey.
Still trying to look at the
I
phone.
can't hear it. Well, put the speaker up to your ear.
And still trying to look at the phone.
So as we navigate being parents in a society where access is everything, they can learn so much so fast.
Yeah.
Right? As parents, we have to be the ones that break down these myths of these power structures, right? These people sitting on this couch, we've put ourselves in a position of power.
Yeah.
Right? So raising your kids within that position of power to understand that, hey man, just because you have this doesn't mean this has to come.
Oh my God.
Right?
Man.
That's
I got a 16-year-old. Oh my God.
right? So that as parents, that's the tough part for us. Go ahead.
Well, also, Ephraim, what you also have to understand is you as a person and me as a person and you as a person, you have to break down those stereotypes and bad thoughts that were instilled in you.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was telling friends the other day, I watch NBA, and the thing I'm most proud of with the NBA is that the kids who get interviewed afterward are freaking brilliant guys. They're smart.
Oh, yeah.
They can
Yeah.
do a great interview. When I was young, cats couldn't put two sentences together. So I had to change my way of thinking about the NBA. I also had to change my way of thinking about black and white, male and female,
Yes.
all these other thoughts that were pervasive in the time I was brought up,
Yeah.
that were instilled in me. I have to change all of that for myself and then impart that on my kids.
Yeah.
Man.
Right? And that's a lot.
That part.
Dog, this is the beautiful energy of us doing this show, and the collection of guys in here today, the ones we're going to continue to bring in here. I knew this could happen. I knew this magic could happen in terms of real conversations, real dialogue, real debates, real discussions, because we really live in it. Like, we're parents, we're fathers, husbands, in the streets. Don't matter. Like, we all see it from so many different perspectives. And we could be here for 20 hours on day one of this show. You can feel it already, right? But I do want to button it up just because it's the first show of On the Rocks, brought to you by Fathead. Thank you so much, TikTok Live, and all our sponsors out there. I want to bring it home on the first show. A little lighthearted. Oh,
Popping bottles.
Everybody know it.
Wow.
We know what that sounds like.
We wrapped that. We erased all of that. It's time to start over again. Just Blaze.
JG's got the power now.
But hey, this is a real conversation. It's gonna be lighthearted, but it's gonna be real. We have decided to get into this room, and I want the integration of the pros and the NARPs. But there is a divide. And I saw it when I became a broadcaster, especially, like, damn, there's like a little bit of beef. There's a little Crip and blood going on here. Like, fans look at the game like this, they look at athletes like this, and then the athletes, in turn, look at the fans like this. I want you guys, as we are as well, to look at the other side. Say what we love about it and say what we hate about it. And I know you just said you love right now athletes are articulate. There was a time that obviously you probably hated it, that they weren't as articulate. But I really want to have that convo because of anything, no matter what we agree on, we got to respectfully disagree. But first, we got to know what we disagree on. So I'll let you go first, big dog, 'cause I know you know it. Give me your positive, negative, love, hate of the whole athlete world experience, etc.
I think my hate with the athlete world is.
First of all, y'all notice how fast he had that?
Well,
I know, I got the hate.
yeah, it's athletes are dismissive of anybody who isn't an athlete. And I'm damn near 60. I've been watching sports for a really long time, and I'm introspective, and I'm respective, and I think. So if I'm a thinking man and I'm watching something for decade after decade after decade, I can know exactly what I'm seeing. I don't need you to tell me what I'm seeing. If I'm watching it, I know what I'm looking at. And if I don't, I'm going to ask a question. So in the whole sports and entertainment world, the whole idea of an athlete being the only one who can understand is a falsehood. That is a falsehood because people have shared experiences even if they're not in the same line of work, right? And if I'm watching you, if I'm watching Ephraim miss a block.
Well, I got to miss something. Watch me.
Well, and I watch you do that over and over again. I know it's a flaw. I don't care what you say.
That's true.
I don't care how you spin it. You know what I mean? We live in a land of spin. And if you can dig behind the spin, then you can see the truth. And that's how I think everybody has to look at it, with a very critical eye. Look at sports as you would look at anything else. And then, Occam's razor. I always go back to Occam's razor.
Yeah.
The most simple explanation for something is usually the right explanation. Right? So you can dig, you can go for conspiracies, you can do whatever you want, but it typically comes back to the most simple explanation. So when we're talking about Fox, the most simple explanation is people are abusing their power. And that's almost always what is right. And we can look at it across all kinds of mediums, right? So I think you have to look at things simply and critically, but also, in a time and space of where it's coming from, and then look for the future. I don't think the future is going to be like the past, because I see these little boys who hang around my girls and my cousins and all that stuff who are 19, 20, 21, 22. They don't think like we do. They were brought up in a different world, getting different norms, different standards, and I think things are going to change as you go forward.
Okay, somebody over here. It ain't me.
I say this in a sense of when you say, I'm gonna just kind of add to what your point of view, and I'm just playing off of your point of view and what you just said.
And get yours off too, what you don't like about it.
And my deal is the judgment that comes from outside when you really only see what the announcer or what the TVA presents to you. And then when I'm playing in the game, I see all of it. When I'm watching the tape and I'm watching, and I hate when the fans has judged on a play. Like he just say, you missed a block. But he doesn't know exactly. No, I'm just saying.
I didn't miss the block. No, I'm just saying.
13 years, sucker. You better stop.
You missed a block, I missed a tackle, or somebody went over my head, and I might have been the guy that was chasing because just I'm hungry and I want to get that guy. And then the broadcaster says, James, bust the coverage. No, I didn't bust the coverage. I played to the whistle blow. You see what I'm saying? But when you see it as a fan, you look at it and you say, well, he sucks. Guess what? You suck as a fan. Because you didn't do your homework.
I'll give you this.
Like
I'll
I
give you
did.
this. As an artist,
Oh, yeah. There we go. Hey, the score was easily going to be y'all. It's 1-1. I think it's 1-1, right? Y'all tied out. That was sick. I didn't think we were going to pull it back. He came with that one.
That's all I have to say.
All right, G.
Easy for us to criticize because we get the bird's eye view, not the on-the-field view. It's so easy to see plays developing when you see all the players on the field versus you're on the line. I'm assuming, right? If I'm playing basketball, I don't see everything in front of me. I miss things. If I have the bird's eye view, I see the play developing 5-10 seconds before. Yeah. So as a fan, we are too critical because we get a different vantage, a better vantage than probably what you guys see when you're on the field. So just give them my due for
anything culturally, socially about the athlete more than just the game experience. Do you have anything else you like? I love it, or I'm like, man, these athletes are tripping. Because we all have boys, kids, girls that we're like, who doesn't want them to be a great athlete? You don't sign up for them to be sorry. You sign up for them to be great. Anything about it?
It's the mental aspect. It's the work ethic.
Yeah.
The effort, the hustle. Like, you go get what you want with your work, your effort. You know, it's that part of me culturally. The Asian culture has always been about work your ass off. You know, it's about your work ethic, your hustle. Don't expect people to give things to you. Right. And I think, most athletes outside, some outliers, the ones that media portrays, right? But for the most part, I think most are hardworking, are making a name for themselves, doing it for their families, for themselves. Even the whole Tyreek situation, Jimmy situation. I'm on the athlete side. You got to look out for yourself. It's a business. You're an employee. There's no loyalty in the business world, right? Real. It doesn't matter if it's corporate or sports. Right? You got to look out for yourself.
Man, I didn't know you were Asian, though. But that's all. I got stuck right there.
Shout out to Marcus Freeman for calling out his Korean side.
I think.
They're up on us.
For us as athletes, number one, there are no sorry professional athletes.
None.
There are no.
Say that again.
There are no professional athletes who don't work hard. I disagree. But continue. Well, you can disagree, but hold on. It doesn't matter the sport. If you're a professional, if you're a professional athlete, you can do something less than 0.1% of the population can do. And you can't do that. Wait a minute. You can't do that and rise to the top being lazy and not knowing how to work hard. Now, as you get there, things can change. Yeah. But in order to ascend to a place no one can get to.
0.006.
You got to put it into this.
Hold on. Let me put a button on it. The thing.
Next.
The thing that I learned in this business is, as talking heads, as analysts, as people on shows, who's your audience? My audience are you guys.
Yeah, them.
Right? I'm not talking to them. Right? I'm not talking to them. They're my contemporaries. So when we're talking and giving our thoughts or analyzing something, we're speaking to you guys based on our experiences, something most fans will never experience, right? So it's in a way of, I'm not trying to make you guys feel dumb. I'm trying to educate and inform based on how I see the exact same game you're watching. And what I know the quarterback missed that wide open receiver is because that was his third read and he hadn't gotten there yet, right? So he's wide open over there, but the play was designed, like plays are designed for something. They're reads. It's not just like you hike the ball and be like, all right, whoever open, they're gonna get the ball. Like the plays are literally designed for something. And so I can look at that and I can explain that to people who may not be looking at it that way. And the thing that bothers me about fans is they don't give us the benefit of being human beings, right? Just like you can go to work after arguing with your wife all night, or your car breaking down, or you hating your boss, and you still have to go do your job and do that. or there's a loss in the family, or you guys take the human aspect out of being athletes because we're the 0.001%. So we must not be human, right? That's your job. Do your job. And I think once people realize, like, it bothers us more to lose than it does to you. Now, no matter what you're doing in fantasy football or whatever, over, under, or whatever parlay you got going on, because this is our livelihood. Like, if you were going to work and you were late or you were messing up at work, you know something about to happen at your job.
That part. Right.
And so that human element, just because we can watch it and it's entertaining, and I'm a human being. Like, you can't run up to me and just say anything based on how you're feeling about I was doing my job. You know what I mean? And I think that's where the line is blurred. And I think that's where social media has destroyed that line.
Okay, so
Wait a minute. Now you already went.
No, you can't go back. You can't go back.
You got to table it.
You can't go back. You got to take it.
No, we going one-on-one, 1v1.
You can't.
Like the kids.
Who won that one?
You won that one.
Okay.
You won that one. Eugene
was great.
It was great. It was good. You went there.
I agree with everything you said.
Okay, all right, who's next?
Wait. The only thing I disagree with was you said, because you made it pro, that make like you're elite. I forget exactly how you worded it. But
he said every single pro is...
There are no sorry pros.
No sorry pros.
No sorry pros.
That I don't agree with, because it all depends on the sport. So, for example, I played college ball, played D1, but I didn't make it to the pros. And but there's a lot of factors that go into that. There are talent that was better than players that made it pro, but they didn't go pro for different reasons.
Like, what are the reasons?
So, it's all different, especially in college. It's all different reasons. It could be... It's a long line. We can get into that's a whole.
Only so many people can play, bro.
Right. So there's a bunch of players who never made it to the league, but were good enough to make it.
Well, yeah, every year.
Like when I played,
that's why there are no sorry pros.
When I played in school, there's people who are 7 feet tall that had no skill, but they made it because they're 7 feet tall. Like if you're 7 foot, you got a huge advantage to get to that level.
Yeah, it's called DNA.
Just because you're in that small percentage of people that make it. So I don't think that everybody that made it pro is an elite talent. I just want to say that. But I do agree.
No, wait, I must correct it. Let me be the referee. He didn't say they were elite talents. He said they're not sorry. So sometimes, but even in youth level, you can play a team. You can play a team that's not that talented, and they beat you, and they're more disciplined.
So who's sorry that made it?
So who's sorry in the pro?
No. Who's
elite talent?
But who's sorry that made it?
Yeah, who's a sorry?
Who's sorry?
7 footers that are sorry.
Who?
Jerome James from the Knicks.
Jerome James from the Knicks. What was Jerome James?
I know a dude.
What was his job?
That made it to the league.
What was his job? What was Jerome James' job?
7 feet.
To do what? Block shots and
Get some
rebounds.
rebounds.
Block shots and rebounds.
There's dudes that made it to the league that played 1 year. And then because they weren't good, they didn't.
But let's not get bogged down in the semantics of what sorry is.
Right.
But she's saying sorry is, as bad as he is, he's better than all the NARPs who are amazing.
This is true.
Yeah.
You said
you're like,
how tall are you?
I'm 6'8".
Right. So that immediately puts you in a whole.
Yeah, but I know a lot of
category.
6'8" security guards.
Me too.
I agree. I agree.
Hey, delivering Amazon. Amazon right now.
I'm not taking
Amazon right now.
I'm not taking nothing away from you. But there are also people that made it strictly because of their size. That doesn't mean they're an elite talent.
He didn't say talent, but keep going. He's saying he made it, and that means he ain't sorry, even if that's a talent conversation. That's a
Define sorry. Define sorry.
Yeah. So everybody who plays professional sports aren't Hall of Famers.
No.
You understand that, right?
Do you think everybody that made to the pros is good?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know why?
So you don't think there's anybody?
You know why?
Yeah, where are you at?
You know why though? Where it goes after you make it there, that's a different conversation.
Yeah. I shouldn't say good, because everybody that makes it illegal.
You don't get an opportunity to do something no one can do unless you're good.
I told you my Brian Scalabrine story where we were playing in a pro-am.
Man, most people.
70.
Dog. We were down like 20 at half. He was like, yo, we need to pass more. I said, no, you need to take every shot. And then we won by 30. Because he didn't miss a shot.
You can take the worst player.
That's Brian Scalabrine.
That's
why
why basketball and football.
Let me explain to him a little different.
Go ahead. Hold on. Go ahead, John.
Okay.
How many years?
I'm trying to keep this 1v1, but you ain't win yet.
years? How
And if
many
you win,
years
you lost.
I started 10 years
Okay,
straight.
so he didn't go
There's a difference
Let
because
me explain
basketball
this to you.
requires
They went-
skill.
Okay, give me yours. What don't you like about athletes, the culture, etc., or love?
So you didn't.
You haven't went yet. You
haven't
try to
went yet.
retort.
Yeah, I didn't get to that point.
Yeah, I'd already won my round.
Yeah, he already won.
When
So
you
you go.
basketball, football, I think there's a difference because basketball, and I know y'all all football players, so I'm not trying to shade y'all.
I want
I'm
to
not
do
trying
this.
to shade y'all.
No, I want to
But
do this.
there is a difference.
I know.
There's a
No, I
difference
want-
because
I want-
basketball requires true skill.
Hold on, two hoopers.
You can't get to the pro. You can't get to the pro level of basketball without skill.
I can't hoop. Don't use me against them.
Let's keep
I
it
can't
real.
hoop. You know I
Let's
can't
keep
hoop.
it real.
I had
You
college
can't get to the
Okay,
pro
time
level.
out. Okay.
In football, you can get to the football because of your
order. I gotta go back.
size.
Time out. It's 5 of you guys right now.
Brother Malcolm.
And 5 guys right here that probably can't play basketball, and we can go play to 5.
We can play pigs.
Basketball, you get cooked.
You get
Football,
cooked.
you probably win all day because
I'm posting you. I'm posting him.
Who gonna get cooked in basketball? Who gonna get cooked in basketball? Who gonna get cooked in basketball? Who gonna get cooked in
Oh,
basketball?
hey, whoa.
No.
Whoa. Hold on.
Okay, time out.
Wait.
Who gonna get cooked in basketball? I swear. You can bring all your D1
Hold on one second. Hold on. Let him talk.
Okay,
and
go
I'm
ahead.
gonna get cooked in basketball.
Don, let him talk. Let him talk. Go ahead.
football players are amazing athletes.
Okay.
And
Thank
you can make it in the pro in football being an amazing athlete.
Yes.
To make it pro in basketball is not about athleticism. That helps, but you still have to have a certain level of skill. You
So,
can see football players.
what's the
you can see
difference between
basketball
athleticism
players
and skill?
That never played football that made it to the pros. In football, you've never seen a football player that made it to the NBA.
I'm gonna tell you this.
Think about it.
I sit on this couch.
That's a fact.
You've
never
There's not a
seen
lot of
football
7
player
foot.
made it to the NBA.
Not a lot of 7 foot football
Seen
players.
NBA players make it. You see basketball players make it to the NFL.
I sit on this couch, and I was drafted in 2 sports.
Because you nice like that.
I was drafted in baseball, and I was drafted
baseball
in
ain't
football.
basketball. That's a different
no,
thing.
But
I'm
that,
gonna give you that.
And when I was younger, I would yoke on your tail.
I'm sure because 4 football players can jump. That's true. But that don't mean you were good enough to make it to the league.
So let me tell you this.
Every
I didn't say it's
every
not that.
NFL player can dunk. Because y'all working your legs all day.
Jay, let me
That's
tell you
true.
this. Let me tell you this.
Whatever throw 1v1.
Let me tell you
Why
this.
y'all all jumping around?
I'm gonna tell you this.
I go to the bathroom for
Hey,
5
you
seconds,
mentioned-
come back,
Hey,
and I ain't got no shirt
The
on.
moderator
I
left.
played both.
Do you want to explain?
I played both basketball and football in college. Right? Played in high school.
A lot of players. That's true.
Right?
I know you didn't think he played college basketball.
I had
A lot of NFL players played basketball.
San Diego State. So what I'm telling you
He ain't
is,
crumb cake either.
at a certain point, I had to pick.
Do you think you could have
Sitting with my father, my senior year in high school,
Talking about his daddy.
after having all of the coaches, basketball and football, USC, Oregon, UCLA,
said
Oklahoma, Illinois, my dad was like, hey, man.
Sound like real teams.
He said, hold on.
Respect
Wait a minute.
this gangster
Wait a
over
minute.
here, homie.
Sound like
He
real
said,
teams
hey,
to me.
let's list we got a sheet of paper. Let's list the pros and cons.
You got a better chance in the
Right?
NFL.
We got 5 minutes left in the show. All right,
Okay,
Dennis.
it's 12 players
3-hour
on the
show.
NBA team, 53 on the NFL team. I can make the NBA, but I know for a fact I can make the NFL. So what happened was,
Too bad self.
even at 37, when I was retired, I got an opportunity to try out for the G League, the Dallas Mavericks G League team, the Texas Legends. And I made the team at 37, and I made the team. And
You
what the
also
coach
6'8".
And what the coach what the
not
coach
gonna-
it's
Are
always
you mad at God?
It's always
What you keep talking about 6'8"?
I'm not knocking him. I'm
Just
not
listen.
knocking him.
Just
I'm
listen.
Sound like y'all
Just
mad because
listen.
y'all over in that 5'8" under club.
Listen, I'm
Just
not trying to
listen.
discredit
Hold
you.
on.
I'm
Just
not
listen.
discrediting you.
Dear
I'm
God.
just saying that's
Dear
not
God.
Hold on. Just
Why
listen.
you do me like these?
6'8" ain't tall in the NBA, just FYI.
It is. It is.
It's not. It's not.
Hold on, Coach Marcus. Is
It's
6'8"
not.
tall?
average height 6'7", so
Okay.
It's not tall. It's just average.
Ooh, you barely average.
You barely above it. It's just average.
Well, he talking about
It's
now.
average.
He's still 6'8".
Listen to
Right
what
now, he's 6'8".
This was
Yeah, he's younger.
10 years ago.
He's younger.
Listen. So what I'm saying was, the coach Edward Nahara, who was a coach of that G League team, he was like, "Hey man, what are you doing?"
We winning.
He was like, "What?" He said, "The thing you have, you can pick up these plays, you can shoot, you can do all of these things." But at 37, he was like, "I'm 37. I retired from the league." I said, "I always just wanted to know, if you rewind this clock 20 years and I decide that I was going to do NBA, at 37, I was out there competing with 19 and 20-year-olds trying to get to the league."
That makes it different.
So what I'm telling you is, that same thing that I used to go to the NFL, if I applied that to the NBA, nobody over there or on this planet could tell me that it couldn't have happened.
Here's the bigger question.
And that's the
Why
difference
didn't you apply?
between us and you.
He had options.
No, I had options.
Because he had options.
Right.
Most people don't have options.
Did you have
Most
options?
people don't have
I'm
options.
not knocking you. I'm just saying, which option did you choose?
I chose the one that I wanted to do.
Because why?
Because I wanted to do it.
Which route was easier for you?
It didn't matter. I love
Well,
basketball.
there's 2,000 football jobs and there's only 450 basketball
That to
jobs.
me, that's smart.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, now we need somebody.
Hello?
Hold on, Justin.
There's
I love
no
you.
such thing as a bad pro athlete.
Justin,
Yeah,
get
thank you.
away from
Justin,
the mic.
Justin,
in
you.
any pro
All right, we're gonna
athletic.
call the weight room. You're gonna have to do 10 push-ups. You gotta go in the
does
weight
not
room.
exist.
You're gonna have to go in the weight room, Justin. You know what? We're gonna make that the penalty room.
Right.
Because your ass is gonna get on that treadmill for 5 minutes.
You chose that route because it was the easier route.
No,
I'm not knocking you, though. I believe you could have did both.
Either way.
And you get off the mic because you already went.
Which
You already
one
went.
could you
I
have done?
need Coach. I need Carver.
Which one?
Listen, I don't
13.
All right. You won. Won't you take your win?
Yeah.
You won. Justin, you are not on the mic.
No one is listening. No one is listening.
You're not on the mic.
I still be playing right now.
Let Coach go.
It's tough. Like,
who hasn't went
this
over
is
here?
Debate, I think just
All right.
it
Bucky.
go back and forth the debate, right? Because like it's just two different sides of the fence.
Yeah.
Right. I can't knock experience, right? That's like me watching like war documentaries and then some guy that went to war, I'm discrediting him because I watched film about it, right? I can't do that, right? It is what it is. But from what Eugene said, you get to see different angles from, a different perspective. It's not live, but yes, you can analyze in hindsight, oh, you should have did this, you should have did that. So that makes it tough. I think where like the fans or NARPs and pros kind of, get that line is where you see these guys on TV that don't have professional experience but are considered professional analysts. I was like, I can do that. You didn't play in the league. Why is your opinion better than mine?
Oh,
right.
We know those names.
Eating their own.
We know those names.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Right.
That's a good one.
So you're not resentment, but you're looking a little side eye at the guy who's just talking more than you, and he didn't do more than you.
He didn't do
and
more
he
than
probably don't even sound like he knows more than you.
There's guys that are NBA analysts, right? Like I said, I played Division I basketball.
Yes,
right?
beast.
There's analysts out there that didn't even play high school basketball.
Yeah.
And they're big name people out there. And it's like, okay, you're getting looked at as this expert in the field, right?
And give strong opinions.
Plugged in, or whether you got in the game early, whatever it was, right? But you don't know more than me about this.
Did
How
you
are
say Sean
this
Farnham
person
coming
and
off
I'm
the
not?
bench?
You
Right? So I think that's where that little animosity and jab start kind of crossing that line, going over from those guys and starts poking at the pros. But like I said, you can't knock experience.
That's where it starts.
Yeah.
That's where Okay. Hey.
You sent us a clip
Oh, boy.
that was absolutely representative of what he just said. It was two goofy ass dudes talking about sports. Put a name on it.
Pull the clip up.
You sent us a clip yesterday.
Did I?
For us to study.
Oh,
And it was this two goofies.
I did
and
not.
I'm like, who are these goofies telling us what was
Richie.
going on?
Hold on.
Talk to him, Richie.
I was in Vegas yesterday, so please excuse me.
Sending them clips.
I was in Vegas yesterday. Please say I didn't.
You on the Gucci couch.
I was hydrated. Did you get a clip?
Drop the clip.
Yes, you did.
Show me the clip. I don't believe y'all. I really did? Oh, well, there's
No,
one.
no.
Is that a goofy?
Trying to get this.
Two goofy dudes.
I thought you were doing this.
Who? Ryan Clark, my boy. My bestie.
in their life.
I like him. He hate me. All right, well, we're here. All right, Bucky got to go because right now we're winning.
These are all the.
But that Marcus won that round so far.
You're not winning.
Well, that was a good take.
That was a great take. That was amazing.
I can
Go get it, Bucky. Go get it, Bucky.
No, that was a good take. So the only thing I would say is like what has happened, the access that everyone has now to film, that didn't used to exist. The NFL for a long time would not allow all 22 to go out there because coaches didn't want fans to be able to criticize them with knowledge on those things. What I will say and what we always say is like, being on the field playing is so different sometimes than the bird's eye view because when you're playing, there's so many different factors when it comes along with who you're facing, what you're facing, time, score, situation, and those things. I think everyone needs a little more grace when it comes to critiquing players. And I know we got to the genre where it was fun to be like, oh, such and such sorry, or he sucks, or whatever. But there needs to be a level of respect when it comes to critiquing a player. I'm not critiquing you as a player, I'm critiquing your action. And so I just wish that fans would have a little more grace when they break down the conversation on a player not being good or whatever, because either they're great or they suck. And ain't no one.
There's no middle
ground.
Like I said, not everybody is a Hall of Famer.
Hey, Bucky, though, where does
Hold on.
Why are you back on the microphone? Get out of here.
where does that exist in the real world?
Step aside.
If you go to Chipotle,
If you don't move to the side,
You gotta go.
Hold on, first of all, he owns a Chipotle. Can we hear from the guy who owns Chick-fil-A?
I hope it's not the one that is super slow that I go to.
No, he go Chick-fil-A. It's Chick-fil-A.
I'm saying
I was like,
Can you get off Miles Davis? Take your Salaikum salute.
Come on.
No, he's sure.
All right. Here go Eagles fan.
I mean,
Hey. Take his cup away,
please. No more red cup.
No more red cup.
Okay, on the rocks is just we'll turn it to. We on the drop. All right.
Go ahead.
Look, a real adult man here. Let's hear.
Professional amateurs that we have right now in college, right? So we saw the decline of the SEC. We saw the day of the 5-star recruit that's going to sit and wait 1 or 2 years. Aside from Archie Manning, right? Aside from him, the majority, they ain't waiting. They're going to go and they're going to hit that transfer portal. They're going to get that NIL money from the collective, and they're going to go and get paid. You know, so like the biggest thing now is like the professional amateurs are getting paid and the different decisions are being made. And because of that, the decline of the SEC, well, I think they won like 13 of the last 15 championships, right? At the decline of the SEC, you're starting to see that it's starting to become more of an even playing field.
Oh, yeah.
And I know a lot of you guys played for a lot of, big name, institutions, a lot of big name colleges. So I'm just kind of curious what you guys think. But I love the fact that these guys are getting paid and they're able to buy hotels like my guy from UNC did most recently. And they're able to make investments and buy houses in college. But what are your thoughts on that?
Well,
No, he wasn't
He
talking
didn't
to you.
ask you.
He was not talking to you.
You didn't qualify for the answer.
He's not talking to you.
The answer's over here somehow, some way.
These cats are making millions right now.
Look, it's not our fault.
I do got a question.
Did I do that? No. You can't ask a question after a question. Can we
That's
answer
all
a question?
fair.
I'm gonna just answer his question.
later. The Norris Sellers.
Triple OG with the NIL. He owns the NIL.
From University of South Carolina. I played football in high school with his dad. And so, I know what that kind of money in Florence, South Carolina can do for a family for a generation. The kid's 19 years old.
Which one talking about?
The Norris Sellers.
Oh, yeah. Great player.
Yeah. He got one more year. I think.
Sound like Marcellus might be related. I'm about to kick it. That's my dog. Get some of that NIL, little homie.
But I love the fact that they can start seeing that money now. What if that would have happened when Marcus Lattimore was in college?
Oh! Sick.
Come on, man.
Clowney.
If that would
Jadavian Clowney would have ate.
But everyone doesn't eat equally. You got to understand.
I like it on the books. I like it on the rocks.
Stop.
I want to hear you.
So everyone in the NIL is not getting paid equally across the board yet.
And they shouldn't.
You know what I'm saying?
Just
and the fact is that you have pools of money going out. I took over the football NIL for UCLA, Bruins for Life, 4 months ago, because it was not getting the job done for the program. So I stepped in and created out of thin air, because I'm a proud Bruin. and I wanted my school to do better. And when I go to the Rose Bowl, I just want to see some comparable football on the field.
Yeah.
They move to a conference where money is flowing.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You know, so you go into a new conference and it starts all new. And it's when you have Ohio State, where UCLA is working off of $1 million and Ohio State is working off of $20 million, it's not equal until you bring in regulation and rules. Where this has really got out of hand, the NCAA, when it was time for them to step up and be grown men, they dropped the ball.
Yeah. Hot take. NCAA needs a commission.
Until somebody brings some regulations and somebody brings some rules here, it's going to be chaos, and it's the Wild Wild West.
Wild Wild West. But at least the people that are putting their bodies and minds at risk are getting compensated for their contribution.
But everyone is not. Say, for example, we got.
Everybody don't deserve it.
That's not true, though. But I'm just talking about this couch right here. Mm-hmm. Let's just talk about this couch. We all had an opportunity to play on Sunday.
Outliers, though.
I know, but just hear me out, though.
I would have made the most, first of all.
Hear me out.
I've been eating this.
Hear me out. We have 5 gentlemen that played at the highest level that didn't get paid in college. I mean, not saying.
You got paid in college.
Yeah, okay.
I ain't get paid. I did. I got gifts. I won't lie. I got gifts. I ain't get paid.
What I'm saying,
I got the hookup. You got paid.
He got to skip the
Some of y'all got paid. You didn't get paid? You didn't get paid?
I was.
You can't even get a word out.
You know, times were different back then. Times were different.
You illegal. No wonder you want to run an NIL. You're like, hey, they got to get what I got. They got to get what I got.
I'm trying to get back. But back to the point that I'm saying, until we bring rules and regulation to this, it's going to be chaotic. Till the NCAA man up and do what they're supposed to do, because they are okay, because now they just deal with the bowl games.
Hey, I'm going to interrupt you right now because I know Richie's going to say you can't legislate this capitalism and you can't legislate my desire. If I'm better than you, you're getting paid and you may not. And if there's enough to go around, you will. If there's not, you're not. And that's just that's a depth chart.
But no,
there's not enough reps for everybody.
Getting back.
There's not enough money for everybody.
No, I'm getting back to this point. It's damaging the product.
Wow.
Overall.
The product
What?
change.
No, because
What?
you guys.
The product.
Okay, no, hold on. No, hold on. I disagree, because you're talking about just football, though. Okay, my daughter, watch this. My daughter,
They got a butter knife spreading it now.
My daughter played at UCLA. She played softball. Okay, she won a national championship. She hit the winning run to win the national championship against Oklahoma. Okay, she was part of the beginning of the NIL. UCLA has 25 sports, right? Now you go to SC. SC only has, 13, 15, 14 sports? You go to, I'm just saying, you're missing.
Let them finish it.
You're missing the point. When you go to college, college is supposed to be about education and advancement through education. That's the most important part of going to college.
I understand that.
It sounds good. I mean, that sounds. I'm just letting y'all know. My itty bitties are home because we are
also
in overtime.
We 10 minutes over.
Y'all about to get attacked by the next level of NIL that's coming through this door.
I just want to bring that up.
And I can't control them. I made them. I created them. I don't control them. So good luck to y'all. All right. You on?
That was it.
You're on it.
That was it.
Did we got a fifth?
John, right here.
No,
you went on.
Hell no.
No, right here. We done.
No, he went to the NIL.
Hell no. You two.
I warned you.
That's why I love y'all so much. Donald Penn got to go.
I like it.
Donald Penn goes, and then we're going to wrap up, because if not, it's just going to get gangster in here. It's going to get crazy. What's up, DP?
I'm lost now, so we on the NIL.
No.
Killed it.
Okay.
That red cup got you lost. We are on.
Why you hate
Love or hate? You,
Okay,
the whole fan
So my
narc
whole
experience.
thing is with the fans is, like you said, with social media, it just blew up because now it gives everybody an opinion.
True.
Even sometimes you don't even want to hear their opinion. It gives everybody an opinion. And then there's sometimes with the fans, they don't know what's going on. Like you said, a normal person, they might be arguing with their wife at home. They might be dealing with problems, death in the family. Athletes, we don't let you know what's going on.
Nah, right.
I done played plenty of games where I ain't been on the injury report because I don't want the guy I'm going against to know I got a bruised rib. My ankle swollen. I'm still practicing. I'm telling the trainer, hey, don't put me on there. Hey, don't put me on there. You feel what I'm saying? They don't know what's going on. I done played a game where after I done lost a loved one, my best friend got killed. I woke up Sunday morning in Jackson, playing for Washington. 30 missed calls, 50 texts. You think I missed that game? I played that game at 1 o'clock. I gave up a sack that game. We won. Don't nobody know what I was going through on that sideline. Not one person knew in this world. And I got hate mail after that in my comments and in stuff. But they didn't know I just lost my best friend, got killed in the drive-by the night before that. And I had to deal with it and play a game for the fans because it means that much to me to not let my teammates down. But the fans have no idea what's going through. You got to look at that, too. That's one thing I hate because social media gives everybody a platform to talk stuff and give their opinion, but they don't know what's going on with us outside of football.
No.
We got lives.
The human element.
We got stuff, and that's one thing I really hate.
Yeah, I love that. I love that.
Perfect. That's great, man.
And
as we wrap this up, as we wrap this up,
the most famous.
As we wrap this up,
you know what's beautiful? We'll have more shows.
We have more shows. Get it all in one day. We don't have to get it all
No
today.
wonder you're a narc.
That's what I say. You
don't know how to marathon this.
Right.
Well, no, this goes to what he says.
Look, we don't. You know. And with that, thank you guys so much for joining us on the Rocks. Thank you to Fathead and all of our sponsors. Hey,
we gotta go.
If you want to know what's going on, this is where you come. Okay? There is pandemonium and mayhem, but this is what you signed up for. TikTok, we see you.
Yes.
Marcellus,
I love you.
take
big
us
dog.
home, man.
Oh man, hey, love for everybody who's in this room.
Talking about practice?
Love everybody who's there on the other side of the camera. We appreciate you. This is On the Rocks, first episode ever. Look at us, new show alert. Thank you, Fathead. Thank you to all our sponsors. We continue to do this and greatest. All right, we out of here. Peace. Let's get up out of it. Man, god dang, y'all are fools. They was going.